Hi folks, this is of course Coxy from The Lost Art of Wrestling. Before the start of this episode, just a brief disclaimer that there is, in the second half of the episode from about 1 hour 20 something onwards, there is a sort of audible buzzing noise in the background. This is due to my laptop being a bit of a twat, and unfortunately it's not the semi-high quality audio you're normally used to. I have salvaged it as best as I can, but unfortunately there's not much else I can do with it, so you may just have to bear with it. We do apologise, and hopefully it won't happen again in future, but otherwise, enjoy the show.
We're taking over!
Hello, and welcome to another edition of The Lost Art of Wrestling.
Kayfabe.
Such a bell end.
What?
This is not kayfabe.
It is kayfabe.
Oh, God.
It's going to work. Trust me.
The first episode of 2017 ruined. That's it, we're off the air now. Cancelled.
We've only been back like 2 minutes.
Yeah, well, not 24 seconds. Oh, dear. Yes, it's our first 2017 episode. Probably the December episode.
It's a bit late for December, mate.
I don't even know what date it is anymore. I'm still on that loop of bank holidays and shit.
Oh, well.
So, it's currently Tuesday, somewhere in like 2057.
Blame Coxy's booking for the delay. The talent was available. What?
Such a cheesy grin on me here and there, whilst he holds his Lost Art of Podcasting mug.
Yes. One of only 4 in existence.
Copyright 2017. Yes, we are back.
Yeah.
After a brief hiatus.
Yeah. Still not doing Heatwave 98.
We might do, if we run out of topics.
Well, we'll see.
Which is probably an inevitability with this one.
Well, we'll see. It's more a time constraint.
That as well.
Maybe.
I'm about as prepared as an unprepared man.
Well, you should be prepared. You're the booker. I just show up. Present gold.
You're meant to show up and present gold, and you're just presenting me shit.
Fuck off. Present audio gold every time.
The non-award-winning podcast that hasn't won an award.
Yet.
So, Teddy, how many hookers have you had over Christmas?
None, I'm married.
Oh, I thought we were doing a whole Lost in Teddy thing, like here at the ranch, you know. Teddy, how many hookers did you have before Christmas?
I don't know, I don't listen. I've told you this.
I thought you may have sort of give it another try, but...
No, I haven't picked it back up yet. Mainly because I've got that many podcasts I listen to.
Yeah, I
unfortunately. But yeah, no. I don't know. Like I say, same story every time, innit?
Yeah.
I've got to talk about... Let's talk to Teddy.
Oh, there's a deer.
Yeah.
I fed it.
Yeah. We've changed the feed that we feed the deers with. That's important.
And
we've got this new feed. I suggest you buy this new feed. While I'm talking about this, why don't you go and download this app so you can shoot deers like you're at the Broker Skull Ranch, even though you're not.
And there's a rat. A big rat.
That keeps eating his engines and stuff. Yeah. There you go.
30 minutes of adverts. See you later.
Yeah.
But we need to address the elephant in the room, Bunkle.
Okay.
Well, they're not here currently, but we need to address the elephant.
Fair enough.
In the most non-insulting way possible. Since you keep saying kayfabe in crayon.
Yeah.
And we need to address why it's in crayon, I think. People have probably sussed it out already. You're not what's the word? Not secluded.
Reclusive?
Yes.
I'm not really reclusive.
No. So the people may already know, but...
Why it's in crayon?
Yes.
Well, because you didn't want to call it the Lost Art of Kayfabe. It's quite simple as that. And I did. So, yeah, that's why it says Kayfabe in crayon.
I thought we were going towards the whole announcement.
What announcement?
Of your family announcement.
Oh, right. Oh.
I thought that was why it was in crayon, rather than just the fact you're an untalented little shit.
No, who's doubts about I'm untalented?
Yeah, you call yourself the talent.
No.
Out.
Audio, in terms of vocally talented, yeah, why not? Let's go with that. But in terms of actual drawing skills and stuff, no. Terribly not. No.
You might as well tell them now that you're...
Oh, I'm expecting my first child.
There we go.
There we go.
That's what
big news.
That's what the crane isn't for.
No, that's not why it was in crayon. Fair, I came up with the... No, I didn't come up with the crayon thing before I knew. Oh, no, wait.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
Yes, I did. I came up with it before I knew anyway.
Did you?
I don't know. I might have to cut this bit.
It's compelling listening. But no, so jumping into wrestling.
Yeah.
So at the end of 2016, we had World of Sport. So I was saying that again without facepalm. We had World of Sport.
Yeah, I haven't watched it. I watched a bit on GMTV before. No, not GMTV. This morning.
Yeah.
I watched that bit, and then I didn't watch the actual show because I wasn't here. I have it recorded. I will watch it eventually, but everybody said it's terrible. So
I watched the first hour and a half because I went for food.
It's longer than an hour and a half.
It's 2 hours. It's a 2-hour show.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I thought it was like an hour.
No, 2 hours.
Okay.
But I didn't understand the fact that the very first match was a World of Sport title match.
Surely that should be the main event.
You'd think so. But essentially it went on from being... it opened with the World of Sport title match.
Right.
So there's no reason as to why these two have been picked for this title match. It's
okay.
Just, here are two guys. One of them which was Grado, and the other one was Dave Mastiff.
Okay, well, we all know how that's going to go.
Well, Dave Mastiff came out looking like he'd killed someone's dog and wore it. He had like this fur shoulder pad thing on.
Right.
And then he had sort of like his boys with him, like Johnny Moss.
Oh, God.
And I think it was Rampage Brown.
Okay.
Shah, I can't remember. There was someone with him.
Right.
And so they came out with their things on. They had like the same...
All right, the
same style.
Yeah, dog hair.
It looked like it.
Oh, dear.
And so they had a match. Mastiff won, so then Mastiff was the World Sport Champion.
Was it a World Sports Rules match?
No.
So you've already failed your audience.
They've seemed to have abandoned the old British round style and just gone, well, here's professional wrestling.
Right. So you're trying to put over British professional wrestling.
Yeah.
As it is today.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't mind that.
But with, like, sort of, add the new gladiators into the mix.
Why? Why was it, how? How do you mean? There's competitions?
Not so much competitions, more the sort of how it was presented.
Right,
the presentation style, it felt very gladiatorish.
Right. Okay, so I know what you mean. So, yeah, I know what you're trying to say. So it was kind of like...
When they started having the gladiators cutting promos on each other and stuff, like, it was very bright.
Yeah.
Very sort of... Like, you had two sides of fans, because you had, like, JR and Alex Shane down here on this end. There's also a point where it cut to them two on... They just come out for the adverts.
Right.
And JR's like, oh, we're going to go backstage and... see Melissa, or whoever the interview was, and see what she has to say, what Dave Mastiff had to say, and he's reading off a script.
In front of him?
Yes.
In his hand?
Yes. On camera.
Wow. You think he'd at least have a teleprompter? Or he'd know it?
Yeah.
Write it on your hand like The Rock did.
Yeah. But no, it was literally, he had a piece of paper there in front of him, and he's looking at like TNA style.
Yeah.
Get the cameras back there! And it's like, no, we're going to go backstage to such and such, he's interviewing Dave Mastiff.
Wow.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder who booked it, and who shot it, who decided to do it this way. I'm guessing with Alex Shane being on commentary, he was involved.
As a guess, I'd say he was. But then it's also like the crowd things. It was like someone had hired a WWE cameraman and gone, right, you're going to film this bit, and you're going to film this kid in the audience reacting.
Right.
Why? Why do we keep seeing shots of audience people? I want to see the focus on the ring.
Yeah.
So...
Well, I mean, to be fair, that's one of the things that I like about the Japanese shows is you never see the crowd.
No.
It's blacked out as well. And the way the Japanese crowds are with them being silent for the majority of the time anyway, which I also love. That's one of the things that I never liked about the WWE is because every time, there's a big move, cut to an audience member. John Cena's lost, cut to some kids crying. And it's like, yeah, I don't really care. Cut to some grown man crying in his Affliction t-shirt because he's gay.
Cut to Brock Lesnar guy.
Yeah.
Just because he's Brock Lesnar guy.
Yeah, exactly. The one time that it did actually work was when The Undertaker lost and they cut to Ellis Mibber, or whatever he's called. That worked.
Boy.
Yeah, he could be a boy.
It's in Bunkle Stable of Boys.
What, fanboy?
Yeah.
But no, I mean I haven't watched the World of Sport show. I do intend to watch it. I watched a bit on this morning building up to it, and that got a lot of heat actually from stay-at-home mums who think that it's too aggressive. We shouldn't be showing our children this.
Well, now whilst we show you with some woman with tits out.
Well, yeah, I was just kind of like, it's too aggressive. Surely it's showing kids that when they're getting bullied, they can stand up to them, or they should go and tell somebody, or they should, it can be taken either way. It's just because you have no job and have nothing better to do with your life, you've decided that, no, it's wrong. Am I wrong?
What's that old saying? Is it fighting over old rope or something?
Yeah. It's crying over spilled milk, isn't it?
Yeah. They're just complaining because it's not something my child wouldn't fight. I'm not having my child watching that. But here you are, little Jimmy. You have a copy of Call of Duty, but don't kill anyone on it, even if it's rated 18.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that game you're playing? Call of Duty. What do you do on it? It's a war game.
Yeah. Oh, it's the same argument.
And you call yourself a parent. Not you personally, I just mean these mums that complain.
Oh, yeah, I know. I won't complain. No. I wish I could get people to watch wrestling. But alas, it is only me.
Again, you call yourself a talent. You meant to get yourself over.
I am over. Just by being in the room, I'm over. What? Coxy's in disbelief, but he's the booker.
Oh dear.
While we're on the subject, I probably should apologise for what I said at the end of the last show when I said I don't think anybody's stupid enough to believe Goldberg can win over Brock Lesnar, and he won. I didn't realise that the creative was that daft, but I'd also like to point out, I did state on the show, if he's only back for one match, then why would he go over? He's back for more than one match. In my defence.
The problem was, when you did say that, it was announced, it was like, right, Goldberg is doing one match, and then I think literally an hour before Survivor Series started, he's like, he's signed on for more matches. Right.
Well, I know he's in the Rumble, which is going to mean nothing.
Yeah.
I'm dreading the fact that they're probably going to have Roman Reigns go over at the Rumble, whether it be in the Rumble match or the title match. Probably both, knowing the WWE. But yeah, no, that's the last thing anybody wants to see. I'm kind of hoping Bray goes over in the Rumble, but I've been saying that for years. Yeah. So have most of the internet, to be fair. And I don't imagine it happening now, since they held the belts for 8 weeks? 8 weeks?
8 days.
8 days, sorry. Yeah, 8 days they held the tag titles, and then they took them back off them again, which was stupid. But there we go.
And you claim you haven't watched.
I have watched bits and pieces. But yeah, so I apologise for calling everybody stupid, though it was still a stupid idea if he hadn't signed for more matches. It's still stupid, because now Brock Lesnar is worthless to your company. And the Undertaker streak is also worthless to your company. So, what? 20 years of build, gone in an instant.
We have a Paul Heyman. We have a Bunkle.
Yeah. Well, seriously, I'm actually shocked that Lesnar didn't just kill him out of, just cause he's Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
And was like, no, I disagree with your decision. Then I read the friends outside the ring. So I was like, okay, maybe that's why I didn't just give him a concussion and murder him.
Yeah.
But
the friends outside the ring, and it was Brock Lesnar's idea.
Yeah, which is I don't get, but the building up to Goldberg Lesnar again at Mania.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming they're going to eliminate each other at the Rumble.
Or something will happen, or it'll be like the final four. It'll be like Reigns, Goldberg, Lesnar, and Person X.
Probably John Cena.
Oh, yay.
Hopefully it's not, because what I'm actually hoping is they might actually push someone in that Final Four. They might have Samoa Joe in it, and everybody's like, as if a guy from NXT is still in it. What is going on here? But they won't.
It'll be someone really daft. It'll have like your boy in it, James Ellsworth.
Yeah, it'll be some shit like that. They've ruined his character now already.
Oh, look, this woman's interested in him.
Oh, wonderful. It's like they've ruined Noam Dar already. Noam Dar keeps losing. Oh, but it's because he's so distracted by Alicia Fox. Oh, wonderful. Absolutely brilliant. So he's a sex pest. Brilliant. What a gimmick. Sorry, I haven't watched the matches. I've read it on, Facebook posts and stuff like that, and everything WWE puts up about him is, oh, is he distracted by her now? Oh, he's got a new girlfriend. Oh, maybe this woman's interested in him. No, stop it now. Stop with this stupid diva shit. We've spent time building a women's division so we didn't have to look at these stupid valets who have nothing better to do and who have no talent. Unlike Maurice, who actually is talented. Don't mind that. Just gloss over it. Stop it now. Stop it now. It's like when they tried to come up with the storyline of having the Hurricane turn heel because he was infatuated with Trish Stratus and he wrote her a letter and put it in her locker and then her boyfriend showed up. Stupid idea. Stupid.
You seem very angry today, Uncle.
I'm not very angry, no. It's just things like that bug me because I know how talented Noam Dar is. And having seen him live, and I know how good he can be. And I'm sorry, but everything I've seen of the Cruiserweight champion, Rich Swann, has been pretty mediocre, if not shite. And you have somebody who's extremely talented, isn't really getting put in matches, and your idea to get him over is, oh, let's start a love triangle. Stupid. It's never got over. It's never got anybody over. Mainly, we're going down the lines of, oh, well, Kane and Lita have sex, and then she's pregnant, and then Snitsky punts her, and punts the baby, and blah, blah, blah. We're going down these things. It wasn't his fault, though. But that's where we're heading. That's where we're heading with this. This is the only way you can end it. And seriously, no, not interested. That's why I'm a bit annoyed with what to be fair, I'll carry on ranting if you want, but it's like The Miz and Dean Ambrose and this whole, oh, well, yes, I understand The Miz has Maurice, but it works because they're supposed to be this power couple that's, like Hollywood movie couple. Stars and whatever. Yeah, they are, right? But that works. That's a really good gimmick. And the way The Miz is being is really, really good. He's getting really over. Oh, let's have him job to Dean Ambrose a little bit and let's get Renee Young involved because off-screen, Renee Young and Dean Ambrose are together. They're having sex and whatever. Right. I don't know the terms of their relationship. But now we have to have her involved, which instantly, in a second, goes, right, well then, everybody who really liked Renee Young was kind of turned on by her and then watched the show because they were kind of turned on by her. Now it's like, oh, well, she's got a boyfriend now, I've got no chance, so now they're no longer interested in her, so now they're not invested. And, oh, look, Dean Ambrose is ruined as well, because now he has to walk around with a valet who can't wrestle. Excellent. Am I wrong? Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're not. But it's like when they said something like, oh, Renee Young has been fined, or Maurice has been fined $5,000 for slapping the other.
Oh, yeah, for slapping Renee Young, yeah. Because she's not a wrestler. But we know we're heading to a match at Mania that's a mixed tag match.
Yeah.
which piss break.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's all that match is going to be. And I wouldn't mind, but people are now really invested in the Miz. And to be fair, Dean Ambrose is just on his way down from a run at the title. So they're actually doing something right with him. Okay, he's dropping out of the title picture and falling back down the ladder, and okay, he's going for the secondary belt. That makes a lot of sense. It's recycling the character. I know he won it. Don't get me started on that. Don't get me started on that. Because that's going to be another one of those, like, oh, well, we put it on him for 6 days and then he loses.
Loses the Rumble or something.
Yeah, exactly. And
he won't lose at the Rumble. He'll lose it at the secondary, what's it called? Fastlane?
Oh, yeah, that's it.
The one no one cares about.
Yeah, the one that no one's going to watch. But no, I can't remember what my original point was.
You're saying about, like, the fact Renee Young's not a wrestler.
Before I even got onto the Renee Young bit, I was talking about Noam Dar.
Yeah, you're talking about Noam Dar being a sex past.
Yeah. I'm not saying he is in real life, because, he seems like a good guy. And to be fair, I don't even mind, like, the whole Scottish Supernova gimmick that I assumed they were going to put on him and push him with, because that's how it comes up when it comes up on Facebook talking about him. But this whole, let's do a storyline where he's interested in this guy's girlfriend. Stupid.
Well, I did see a video where he's like, it's just him saying Alicia Fox for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
They're just going, Alicia Fox.
Yeah, there you go. And you're telling me they're not booking him as a sex pest.
It was sort of one to made on a loop.
Yeah.
Like, but it was one of them, obviously, piss your neighbours off if they were...
Yeah.
To get revenge on your neighbours. It's like, I'm trying to sleep before work. Well, fuck you, we're going to have a rave. Well, here's Noam Dar saying Alicia Fox for 10 hours when I go to work.
No, but I just think it's... I hope they stop doing that right away. They need to kill that now. Really quickly. Put the belt on him.
He seems to have been in like a lot of like 6-man tags or something.
Yeah, well, that's...
But it just seems to be like to get the cruiserweights at airtime on Raw.
Yeah.
So
I think, to be fair, I think they should stop doing that. To be honest, I understand that Raw has the cruiserweights, and we're supposed to showcase them. Yeah, on Raw. We're supposed to give them a bit of time on Raw, but they have their own show for a reason. Yeah? If people want to watch the cruiserweights, they'll watch the show. Yeah? Most of the people who watch the cruiserweights already have a subscription. Yeah? And okay, I understand you want to get new fans, but the best way to get new fans is to put quality matches on the pay-per-views. Yeah? We don't need, a 6-man tag where they all come in, hit the finishers, and then they go home. Yeah, inside 5 minutes. Yeah, that's not what we need, because they're not even established teams.
It reminds me of the time that I saw. It was around the time when the women's rights thing was like kicking off. So you must like show women at least once a week on TV or whatever, or once a show. Yeah. So they started having like the 10 Diva tag matches. Right. Yeah. And one of them I read the results for, but it's when they actually put the times on, so it's like. Such as it's in this match, 8 minutes and something. Yeah. 10 Diva tag match, 32 seconds. Yeah. It's just to get them screen time. But it's not good screen time. It's no use to anyone. They all get dark entrances, and then it's like, we've come back from a break to this match, and it's over. Yeah. And it's like, they spend more time celebrating than the match lasted. Yeah. And it's like, wow. And I mean, that was back in the days when there was no talent in the women's division. Like, the Bellas are fucking dinosaurs in today's era. And the fact that they're still trying to push them is beyond me. Or at least Nikki, anyway. It's beyond me. And, women's wrestling's come a long way. We discussed it in the last podcast about the main event in pay-per-views now. Yeah, which is... it's something I never imagined when I first started watching wrestling, because it was all about hey, here's this blonde bimbo. Look how hot she is. Guess what she's doing next month? Playboy. It was like, excellent. That's why I watched this show. Or at least one of the reasons. Yeah. Nowadays, you don't get that. And good. Distance yourself from it. You need to. Because the world has changed. You can't act like that nowadays. But for some reason, they're stuck in the dark ages. With some of this stuff, like I say, with what they're doing with Noam Dar, with what they're doing with The Miz and Ambrose. The Miz and Ambrose could have a really, really good feud that doesn't need the women involved at all, but we have to have them involved. They're doing it with Lana, Rusev and Enzo. Yeah. Why?
Just because we all know they got married, it was all over social media. Why are you now insinuating that something's going to happen between her and Enzo? Oh, and it just ends up with Rusev crushing him every week. Because, well, yeah, he's like the weak part of the tag team. You know, it doesn't push anyone. It's basically, we have nothing better for you, so this is what you're doing. What Rusev should actually be doing is, okay, he's dropped back from challenging Roman Reigns for the title, but why is he not now being pushed to do something else? He should be in a feud with Seth Rollins, if anything. That's because it's your number 2 heel, or in air quotes, your number 2 heel, that's Rusev, and then your number 2 babyface, which is Seth Rollins. Because your number 1 heel is your champ, Kevin Owens, and your number 1 babyface, for some reason, is Roman Reigns. But that's how it's set up, because they're in the title picture. And I don't know why Reigns has the US title, because I'm assuming that he's going to go over sooner rather than later, and then probably have to drop it anyway. So that was stupid, ever having him beat Rusev if he wasn't going to stay and defend the title for a period of time. Yeah. That didn't make any sense. But it's like, I didn't understand why they took the belt off The Miz to put it on Ziggler for 7 days, if that, and put it back in The Miz. It was literally just to break up his title reign so he can say he's had more title runs. Stupid. Really stupid.
And that sort of follows in tradition of Sasha Banks and Charlotte.
Oh, yeah, back and forth. But at least they're doing something different now. Because now Bayley's involved in the title picture. Which, you know what, freshens it up quite a bit, because she's nothing like the other two. So that's, I mean, even a Gimmicks, it's very different. It's not the whole, oh, I'm a mega bitch, or I'm a mega bitch. Yeah. It's fresh, it's new. But I say there's other places they're still doing it. You know, with Ellsworth, as we were saying. Oh, right, well, he did his bit. He was involved in the title picture. Now we have nothing for you. We're not going to give you an actual singles push or anything like that. It's, oh, this woman's interested in him. Why? Why is that? How does that push anybody? How does that push either of them? How does that help either of their careers go forward? It doesn't. It means we have less interest. Because now we used to find her attractive and think, oh, yeah, well, she's really good. Yeah, she's all right. Let's have a look at her. And now we're like, oh, right, she likes that guy? Really? That guy? Him? Over there in the corner with the neck brace on? Yeah, really? No, doesn't work. Doesn't work. But, yeah, that's my rant on... what they're doing with valets.
Another edition of Bunkle's Rants Reviews and Opinions.
Sorry, I don't know. What's your opinion? Are you inclined to agree, or do you think it works in some of those cases?
I don't understand why they've done the whole thing of like we've had Sasha Banks win on a Raw, but then it's like every time it's over a pay per view. Oh well, Charlotte is undefeated at 12 pay per views in a row.
Yeah, but she loses on Raw.
But the fact they keep saying sort of, it's this, and like she's never won, it's never been lost at pay per view for this consecutive pay per views, whatever. Oh, it could be different tonight, and then it's the same thing every bloody time. Yeah, it's like, right, we know she's going to win tonight. We know she's going to lose in about 2 or 3 weeks on a Raw. And she's going to win it back at the next pay per view.
Yeah.
So.
No, I'll say, what do you think about the whole, you know, like the Renee Young thing and them having the storylines revolve around the women rather than actual wrestlers?
Women rather than wrestlers?
Well, because that storyline should be about Dean Ambrose and The Miz having good matches and like The Miz cutting awesome promos. Dean Ambrose, take him or leave him. I'm not keen on his promos. A lot of people really like him.
It's a bit like if you watch the Austin show promo. He just sort of sat there looking like he doesn't want to be there.
Yeah. Almost
looking drunk, if anything. He's just sort of saying very little. Even Austin's like, well, you don't say anything, I'm just going to leave.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's that thing again, though, like they're going to have Renee Young where it's like, oh, she's not a trained athlete, she's not a wrestler.
Yeah.
It's like, she's in a company called WWE.
Yeah.
It's like, which on-screen talents other than Byron Saxton probably haven't been in a ring?
Byron Saxton has been in a ring.
Has he?
He was on an NXT season 3.
Oh, fucking hell.
He was on another season of NXT because that was the return one.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yes. Baron Saxton comes from wrestling. Ooh,
Right. Baron Saxton then, fair enough. But sort of, there's probably that one, I can't remember her name, but she's like a backstage interviewer.
Oh, the other one?
I can't remember her name.
I don't know what her name is, the other one.
Yeah.
There's Renee Young and the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Backstage number 2.
You mean that's currently employed, or do you mean that was
Currently
previously
employed,
employed?
yeah, currently.
Yeah, the other one.
Yeah. That.
That other one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what her name is.
If you know what her name is, please write into us. Yeah, so there's that one. I don't think she's had much or any experience at all. And there's like, well, Corey Graves has wrestled, Michael Cole's wrestled, JBL's wrestled.
Yeah.
Then you have like the pre-show panel, like Booker T, Lita,
Ranello, he's not wrestled.
Ranello, yeah.
Yeah.
So all of, 3 people who've never wrestled
Yeah.
in the whole company, or well, even the on-screen, on-air company.
What of the on-air talent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's just it. That's what annoys me about it.
But then is it going to list one of them things of like, it could be, oh well, Renee Young isn't trained to wrestle, so we can have her wrestling. But we're going to get someone to do it for her, and they'll bring out some celebrity no one gives a fuck or has heard of before. Like when they have like Maria thingy.
Yeah, I know what you
They'll
mean.
bring someone in like that possibly for Mania.
Yeah.
Or something.
That'll suck. But that's the.
That's what could happen.
That's what well, now you've said it, that freaking stands out like a sore thumb that's what they're going to do. They're going to interject some celebrity. It'll be like, I don't know, somebody who's not actually a celebrity. Because it's always somebody who's no longer irrelevant. They were relevant about 3 years ago. But it's going to suck.
Yeah.
It's either that, or they'll bring back, they'll bring Trish Stratus back. They'll bring back a legend.
Oh, yeah.
To take a place, and it'll still be like a 2-minute match.
Yeah.
And I'll just be like, yes.
Second piss break.
Yeah.
Right after the first one.
Yeah. No, not interested. Let's say, kill it now. Kill it now.
Kill it with fire.
Yeah. Tell you what, put. I know AJ's supposed to be the heel champion because he's facing John Cena, but we know that he's going to turn babyface soon. Sooner rather than later, he's going to turn babyface. Push The Miz versus AJ Styles. Why wouldn't that work? What's wrong with that? The Miz is really over as a heel. AJ Styles is the best wrestler of all time, quite possibly.
I was going to say, to be fair though, there was someone tweeted AJ, I think it was yesterday.
Yeah.
I was called it on the bus home, and it's like, John Cena's been a 15-time world champion. You've just held the belt once. He's like, but it means I've never lost.
Yeah, well, exactly.
It means I've never lost it, and it's like, ooh,
yeah,
good call, AJ.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
It's like, I said that about Ric Flair 8 years ago. I was like, well, hold on, he's a 16-time world champion, which means he's lost 16 times.
Yeah.
And I said the same about Jerry Lawler. He's a 52-time USWA champion. So he's lost 52 times.
Yeah, but he did that because he's an idiot.
In his own company as well.
Well, exactly. Nobody can draw but Jerry Lawler. Yeah, no. Hey, Lawler. Glad they've cut him. What? No, they've cut down. They've not cut him. They've put him on a Legends contract, so he's not less involved. Which I'm not going to complain about. Less Jerry Lawler, the better.
I did see something, I think it was earlier today, regarding AJ.
Right.
It was like saying, it was on Facebook somewhere, it said like, if AJ had gone to WCW when, well, if he was in WCW when the WWE originally bought them in 2001, like what would have happened to him?
It would have been buried.
Like, it said something like, would he have survived? And it's like, well, hold on, I'm sure he was on like an episode of Velocity or something in 2003.
Yeah. No, the answer is no. Because at that time, it was run by Vince McMahon, and all he was interested in was, are you 6'4"? Are you over 250 pounds?
Yeah.
And do you lift? That was it. You know, it was about characters.
Essentially,
and like
Strowman.
No, yeah, well, yeah, in a sense, but it was about like, okay, if you want to look at it objectively, let's say it wasn't just about the look; it was about characters and stuff like that. Fine, but name anyone who was what of AJ Styles dimensions. So what, 5'9", 5'10", maybe at a push, and 200, 220 pounds maybe at a push.
I think it's like 210, 215 or
yeah. Name anyone that made it over at that point in time that was that size. and there isn't anyone because the light heavyweights and the cruiserweights were an afterthought. Yeah,
he'd have probably been gimmicked out with a hardcore title for all of a cup of coffee, to quote your term.
Yeah, it would have been.
He'd have been at Mania 18, probably in that whole
it would have been
clusterfuck of the hardcore title, and sort of suddenly, there's a spat of releases coming through. Let's see who's next. And it's like you'd see the list of like Goldust, R-Truth, Christian. AJ's gone.
Yeah, it would have been JTG. Sorry, he stuck around for like quite a while, actually, like 10 years.
It'd be like Rico and Chuck and...
Yeah, but that's it. It's all it would have been. It would have been there for so long. They probably wouldn't have tried to put a new gimmick on him or anything like that. It would have been that he's here for this period of time and he's staying until his contract runs out. And as soon as his contract runs out, goodbye. Yeah, because they don't push people like that. They never did. Yeah, not properly. So I'm glad to see him back. He's done the right thing. He's gone away, gone to Japan. He is, whether you like him or hate him, probably the best wrestler currently in the world today. He's up there, let's be honest.
He's up there, yeah.
And
new face getting carved in the wrestling Rushmore.
No, he's not. I wouldn't say he's in my my Mount Rushmore. At least I don't think I put him in it. But at the end of the day, he's done it the right way, and the WWE have treated him in the correct manner. And people like that didn't get pushed. They just didn't. They didn't get over at that point in time. So there is nothing to suggest that he would have broke the mold and done something different, because they would have viewed him exactly the same way.
Yeah.
Which is why now the WWE is that much better. The only thing that kind of bugs me a little bit about the way they're doing it now is they're trying to go back to that period of time where they have the cruiserweights have their own show and they have their own tournaments, etc. But there are cruiserweights who are like fighting for the WWE title, and stuff, because Finn Balor is under £205, and yet he's fighting for the world heavyweight title. And somebody like Neville, they decide that they can't push him on Raw, but they'll push him in the 205 show. So I'm a little bit like, where are you going with this? Because do you want to treat them as their own separate entity like that, which I don't mind them doing. I'm quite happy for them to do that, as long as they don't just then use them as fodder for everybody else. Yeah. One of the things that I wanted to bring up is, I think it was only a couple of weeks after Rich Swann had won the Cruiserweight title, him and whoever his tag team partner was went to NXT and got squashed. And I was a bit like, you've just squashed the Cruiserweight champion. You've spent probably millions.
Were they against the Authors of Pain, though?
Yeah, I think it was the Authors of Pain. Yeah. I can't remember. But they got squashed, like pretty, straight up. It was a squash match.
Yeah.
And I was a bit like, how do you have your champion lose a week after he's won the belt? Especially on a brand new brand that you're trying to push, you're trying to build this thing up. The title's changed down 3 times in 3 pay-per-views. Yeah. In fact, has it changed that? Might have even changed hands 4 times now. I can't remember. But you're trying to build. You've spent X amount of money putting this show on, hiring all these guys, and then the guy who's supposed to lead all these guys, who's supposed to be the guy you've handpicked to put the belt on, and you haven't get squashed by some roid monkey.
Yeah.
Stupid. How you could have put anybody in that spot. Yeah. I'm sure there is developmental talent who can only do bumps. They can't actually do a move. They can just take bumps. Have them go out and get squashed. Have them go and get beat by these 2 fucking idiots. Yeah? Why do you need the champion to do it? Why do you need a guy who's walking around with a title belt to do it? So, pointless. You can already tell they have their guys who they're going to push and they have their guys who they're not. And I'm fine. Like I say, I'm fine with Neville going down and killing everybody. Fine. He's still a cruiserweight. And he's a really good cruiserweight, to be honest. Don't mind him going down, doing something different, because on the main show, he wasn't doing anything. There was nothing for him.
Yeah.
So, go there, do something different, become relevant, and then, come to the main show, get a push. However they want to work it. But you don't need stuff happening on 205, then us going to Raw and having an 8-man tag every week to then apparently further a storyline that nobody's seen because the majority of it's happening on the 205 show.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a subscription, you're not watching the 205 show, you're watching Raw. So make a choice. Either 205 happens on its own, and then you have great matches on the pay-per-views to draw people to the 205 show, and then you can push them up from it onto something else, yeah? Or so you treat it like a low-level title belt, or even a mediocre title belt, like the Intercontinental title, the US title. Treat it like that. That's the way I'd do it, because you can't tell me that Finn Balor hasn't been a success since he's gone from NXT to Raw. That's apart from the injury, obviously.
Yeah.
But he was over, and he's over because, and he's under 205 pounds. So you're telling me that these other guys can't do it when we know they have the talent to do it. That's why they've got their own show.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not 100% sold on the gentleman Jack Gallagher gimmick. You know, twirling the stash and whatnot. I'm a little bit like on that, because that's not how British people are. But you know, it's, if that's how they're going to push him, then I'm not going to say that you can't give him a push. But again, his matches are very stylized.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, I caught a bit of one where it was just before I cancelled my subscription, actually.
Wrestling podcast, and neither of us have a subscription to the WWE
no.
Network.
I don't, but I have Chicaratopia.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, it was, he sort of tied someone up, and they were like there, sort of the company.
Oh, yeah.
He was there, sort of limbering up his foot to like do a running kick, like into their arse.
Lovely.
Sort of like a Les. Is it Les Fawn? Les Kelly? Les Fawn? One of the two.
Right. I don't know. I watched part of one of his matches, if not the entirety of one of his matches with, is it Daivari?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who I don't think is the same as the old Daivari.
No, it's related though.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Very close. But they had. He basically put him in some kind of submission hold, and he tied him up in like knots, and then just left him and walked around the ring. And I was like, he could easily get up. Why does he not get up? I could get up. My 6-year-old could get up. Get up! Get up and hit him. But they didn't. They acted like they were actually tied up. Yeah. And it was like, there is no rope. There's not invisible string around you. Get up!
Magic's biggest secret's finally revealed.
He hasn't borrowed any cable ties off Noam Dar. Get up!
There were Penn and Teller sat there going, well, you fooled us.
So, yeah. No, I wasn't...
Tell us your secret. Invisible cable tie.
Yeah.
No one does, but they're going, Alicia Fox. Alicia Fox.
Exactly. Let's get it sorted, guys. Yeah. You know, hire some people who've been in wrestling creative before. Hell, get Paul Heyman to do it. Pay him more money. Give Heyman all the money. And in fact, if you don't have many money to give Paul Heyman, give it to Matt Hardy. Give him all the money.
Oh, God. Delete.
Is it over? Answer yes.
The final deletion, or whatever it was called.
Apparently that's awesome. I still haven't seen it.
The one that is compound or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh. It's like...
Just give somebody who has creative knowledge more money. Don't give it to these people who are from Friends.
Yeah.
Because they don't have a clue.
The ones from Friends and like, oh, we wrote for like season 6 of like Survivor and...
Yeah.
Like, Survivor's a reality show. Yeah, we wrote for it. Wait, what?
Well, there you go. Say, don't give it those guys. Give it wrestling guys. Like, look how good SmackDown's doing. And I read something earlier today that's because Shane McMahon has an input creatively in backstage. I don't know how true it is. It's something I saw on one of the dirt sheets today. Let's go back to go back to the Jurassic ages with dirt sheets.
That's just killed all our credibility now, right?
Why? You said dirt sheet last time.
Did I?
Yeah.
If you recall me saying dirt sheet last time, please write into us.
What, is that not what they're called now?
Well, yeah, they're still the dirt sheets, but it's like I saw one the other day. My mate Danny pointed out to on Twitter. He's like, there was it was like Dave Meltzer watches Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah,
it's like his thoughts, whatever. Something else, something on Neville on Raw. And the last one, what's it called?
You mean because I'm believing it?
No, what was the one of them thingies called?
Who's called?
The Funkadactyls.
Cameron. No, Naomi.
Naomi. I think it was that. Something like Naomi retweets fan.
That's not a story.
No, but apparently it was.
No. Yeah, no. I mean, I understand. Obviously, what you read on the dirt sheets is, let's take it with a pinch of salt here. I get it, but it wouldn't shock me if he had something to do with it, because something. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Maybe they've paired an advisor with him. I don't know. We don't know what goes on backstage of these shows. Maybe it's Vince McMahon all along and he's not actually as out of touch as we believe. Doubt it. Maybe it's Daniel Bryan. Who knows? Yeah, but somebody's doing something right. Yeah. So stop the other idiots doing the stupid stuff. Oh, let's have a feud because our girlfriends don't get along. No, sorry, no, don't want that. No. Sex pest. No, not a gimmick. Stop it. Stop it now. Quickly. So, just a few thoughts there. I don't even know what the starting point was.
Well, we originally started with World of Sport and then somehow went on to like the Divas and Piss Breaks and Renee Young.
Oh, fair enough.
So yeah, getting back to World of Sport.
I'll go on, new topic. We did World of Sport.
Yeah.
Apparently it sucked.
Well, I was going to say sort of briefly, as I mentioned on, I think it was the RADcast to Paul the other day, I did say, I was like, there was part of me was inclined that it felt like they were trying to do Big Daddy and Giant Hangbacks again. Because it's like, oh, here you have Grado, the lovable face.
Yeah.
And then you have Dave Mastiff, the monster sort of heel.
Yeah.
And because they had like a rematch
Right.
at the end of the show for the belt.
Right.
And Grado won it.
I'm not shocked.
Spoiler alert. No, they taped it like 3 weeks beforehand.
Yeah.
So of course spoilers got put out by people.
Yeah, of course. I already knew the results. I knew somebody went.
Well, they filmed it in like late November, and then the results got put online. And it didn't air till New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
So
kind of stupid.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I don't know who was on the show. I don't know. Well, I know a couple of guys that were on the show. I don't know who booked it. I don't know who presented it. I don't know who produced it. I don't know any of that. I don't know why JR was on it. But at the end of the day, there is talent in British wrestling. There's extreme talent in British wrestling. Whether that's the place to showcase it, it would appear that it's not. Watch one of the on-demand shows. Watch PCW. Watch Progress. That's what I was about to say. Watch that. Watch. If you're interested in British wrestling, seek out a true British promotion that has storylines, that has shows to entertain you, not something that's a one-night only gimmick. Because I don't imagine it's ever going to come back. I don't know how well it did in the ratings. I know my parents watched it and were not impressed because they didn't get it. They just was like, well, why is, like you've just said, why are these two fighting for the title?
Yeah.
Why are they supposed to be interesting to me? There's no promo video, there's no build-up. Why are they interesting to me? So, seek out true British wrestling. What's next?
Well, I was going to say, sort of following on, sticking with British wrestling.
Okay.
There's the tournament coming up in a week, 2 weeks.
Yeah, a week
About
or so.
week.
Yeah.
Well, a week tomorrow at the Winter Gardens
in Blackpool.
Yeah.
Where we are, folks. We're based.
Not that we got tickets.
No, because we sold out in like minutes.
Yeah.
Did look at getting them. Didn't get any.
I think I looked at them and then just sort of saw the price on the ticket hub or whatever, and like resale. No, I paid 120 quid to sit fifth row.
Yeah, the thing is, at the end of the day, I've heard of one of them, and I've watched some British wrestling.
Probably two,
maybe two.
Yeah. But
I'm just a bit like, if I've not heard of them, how have they? I'm a little bit like, well, why? How have you got these guys in and missed all these amazing guys?
It's there is a lot of it. It's like there's guys like T-Bone.
Yeah.
There's James Drake, who's from Blackpool.
Yeah.
Well, Lytham.
Yeah.
There's Sam Gradwell, who's from Blackpool. There's Mark Andrews has just been entered into.
Yes, yeah, he was in TNA for a cup of coffee, I think.
Pete Dunne, I think, who's been in Progress, and there's someone else has been in. One of them's like really young as well.
Right.
So, and then a few of them have been. So I've been in the business for 10 years. And it's like we've never heard of you before.
Yeah.
But I know a couple of them have been in like ICW and
right.
They've been in Progress. They might have appeared once in PW at a show I didn't go to.
Right.
So.
Well, this is what I don't understand, right? Just from I could name 10. Yeah. Well, what's the 16? Yeah. I could probably name 16 talented British wrestlers that aren't on that show.
Well, the problem is now you've said it.
Yeah. What, you want me to name? I'm not going to name 16. I'm not sitting here and doing that just in case I can't. But I'll name.
You fooled us.
I'll name a couple. Yeah, Rampage Brown.
Okay.
Who has, well, I believe, been in their developmental before.
Yes.
Right. So he's a known quantity to them, and we both know how good he is. Because the man is...
Rampage Brown doesn't wrestle, he murders.
Yeah. But extremely talented. Yeah. Why is he not in it? Can't answer that. But I bet he's more well known than most of them, since PCW puts him on their posters every time that they come out. Yeah. So he must be recognised. Yeah. Why is somebody like Cyanide even not on it? Completely different. Yeah, completely different style of wrestler, size of wrestler. How come he's not on it? Yeah, so again, completely different. We've seen him live. Extremely talented wrestler. I think you'll agree. Yeah. Why is somebody like, I was about to say Jim Powers and I thought you'd punch me.
You can't, mate. You can't pick a man whose probable only gym activity is sitting on a weight bench and eating a Snickers. His leg day would be eating a marathon bar rather than running a marathon.
Dear. No, but to actually talented wrestlers. Even somebody like Bubblegum. Again, a bit of a smaller guy, but will provide something different and give you a type of match. The guys that you've had lined up on that stage are all very similar size, very similar height. Yeah. And, I mean, okay, I'm openly honest, I've not seen most of them. I've not heard of most of them, if I'm honest. But...
Well, I think, if anything, the tournament's going to be a gateway.
Yeah, of course it is.
But it's also the thing, it's like, I think there's... I'm probably, if anyone listens to this, which they may or may not do... I believe there's some sort of contract issue. There's some sort of contract in it that says so you're with us or you're not.
Right. Okay.
Or you can go with this company and they're trying to get guys down with contracts, or you can go and possibly go on to ITV if that gets renewed and they're going to be on contracts. And...
Right. So it's almost like they were given a choice.
Yeah.
Well, I would have chosen the WWE every single time, unless I got an offer from Japan, which was a serious offer. I would have chosen WWE every single fucking time. There's no offence, but I don't imagine wrestling ever making it back to mainstream TV. Not in the UK.
No.
It'll be on a specialised channel on Sky, maybe, or even on Freeview, but it's not going to make it back to mainstream TV. ITV, BBC, something like that, it's not going to be on there.
Part of Challenge dropping TNA was like Challenge and taking the channel in a new direction.
Right, yeah.
Just doesn't warrant the future of TNA. But it's probably like they sort of looked and gone, well, who the fuck's still watching TNA?
Well, yeah. Though TNA, I'll come on to them in a bit because they've had an interesting development in the last couple of days.
Yes, they have. Well, we'll cover that shortly.
Thank fuck. Just a brief insight there. But like I say, these people, like you look at somebody like Dave Mastiff. If you had the option of this ITV show that's not guarantee you anything other than this one show, this one payday, or the WWE tournament, you're gonna pick the WWE. You must have. You must make that choice. If you've been given that offer, you must do.
Well, he's been in the developmental system as well before.
Well, again, okay, so these guys have been in the developmental system. I don't understand. I'm guessing they're no longer in the developmental system for a reason, but that reason could be anything. That could be that they just didn't want to sit in developmental for a long period of time, yeah. Or they thought I can make more money doing indie shows back in the UK. Fine, you probably maybe you could, but at the end of the day, this isn't that. This isn't them saying, "Oh, you're just going to be in developmental and you're going to come on an NXT job every couple of weeks, and then eventually we might decide we've got something for you when we stop pushing the indie talent who's already massively over." Yeah. This is a chance to get yourself over straight away. You get a strong reaction, you're going to be over.
Well, it's the sort of a few people said that they rushed through getting the whole thing announced and that because of the impending World of Sport. Oh well, World of Sport's on New Year's Eve. Right, we best finger something quick. Right, UK tournament in Blackpool at the Winter Gardens.
But they can't seriously have seen that show on ITV as proper, like as a serious threat.
It was one of those. Well, it's sort of, if you look at it though, you've got WWE on the network 30 days later. If you want to watch Raw or SmackDown, fair enough. You got pay-per-views.
Pay-per-views that are free.
Yeah. You got 205 Live. You got NXT, which you can watch weekly.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you want to watch the main two shows, Raw and SmackDown, you have to wait 30 days for
or it's on Sky.
You can watch it on Sky Sports if you want to pay an extra
£20 a month for Sky Sports.
Yeah.
On top of what you're already paying for Sky.
Look, it's Saturday afternoon TV slot of like 5 and 7, so just before prime time, really.
Yeah.
You've got the early afternoon slot of World of Sport Wrestling.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I understand that. I mean, I understand why maybe they'd panic a little bit. But at the end of the day, you're a billion-dollar company. This is a TV show that's having a trial show. Yeah. You wouldn't panic that fast, that much. Well,
as was sort of revealed on like the RAD Lost Art crossover, there's sort of an insider tip that they've booked the Winter Gardens for at least 3 years.
Right, okay, so they're going to be running it on and on.
Yes.
Oh, right, okay. You see, you guys know more than me.
Insider knowledge, mate.
Well, there you go. I mean, at the end of the day, if that's true, and if there is going to be even a yearly thing, then good. Good. Why didn't you take the freaking contract then? But then again, maybe...
But then if ITV doesn't, if World of Sport doesn't work out, then
you can go in it next year.
Yeah,
yeah, that's it makes sense.
It's a UK tournament, but they were looking also doing a weekly TV show,
right?
And then that might be the UK tournament. I think it would be the taster.
Yeah.
And we want more of that. I'll tell you what. Here's a weekly TV show for you to.
Yeah, that'd actually, to be fair, that'd go along as we discussed in the last show. That they were thinking about putting indie shows on the network and having like an indie company underneath them almost.
Yeah.
That would be them creating that. They'd be creating their own British indie promotion, essentially. I mean, it's probably a bad thing for the indie promotions in the UK because if they're making them sign exclusive contracts, then you're going to lose a lot of the high quality talent.
Yeah.
And it's going to become a lot more expensive to hire the ones that...
Well, that's it.
So it's a catch-22. It depends on what you want. I think it's a positive, but it would have been preferable if they'd if they'd just found an established company over here and then said, right, well, what can we do to make you better if you put your show on our network? Like we discussed last time. But if this is the way they want to go about it, and being the WWE, they always try and crush everybody, globally, then I suppose that's something we have to deal with, and they're going to do what they want to do. Yeah. They're not going to work in Japan, but they'll work here. Mm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we'll see how it plays out. Let's hope it's a success first of all, because the last thing that we want is it to fall flat on its face, and then World of Sport to also fall flat on its face, and then we get no wrestling.
I think it'll succeed. It's got Triple H at the helm, and William Regal I'm guessing, will be booking or having input.
Yeah.
Because I think he's the main reason why it's come to Blackpool.
Probably.
So.
Probably. He is. But again, William Regal is a smart man. Mm. I get the impression he will be good creatively. He will be a good booker. He will be, he was a great worker.
When he wasn't off his tits.
Yeah. When he wasn't off his tits. But I mean, like I remember his last ever... what was billed as his last ever match against Daniel Bryan. I don't know if it actually turned out to be his last ever match.
Was that the one in the UK?
Yeah, and it literally was a squash match. And I was fucking gutted, because I was looking forward to that match. That could have been a really good match, and he got squashed in 2 minutes and did one move.
There was that, and there was also the fact it's all they ribbed him and got him with the Real Man's Man theme.
Yeah. Well, that could have been a really good match. That would have been proper good. I miss William Regal.
Part of me wonders if after that match he just went to the back and just went, "Oh, you little toe raggers, you got me there."
Yeah. I've been besmirched.
Or again, just sits down at a desk and, "Well, you fooled me."
No, I'll say, I'm looking forward to it. I probably will get hold of it somehow. I probably will watch it.
You'll acquire it via means.
Yes, I will acquire it via means. Whether that means I sign up free for a month, who knows?
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah. But let's just hope it's a success. It sounds like World of Sport wasn't. So let's hope this is.
Yeah.
It has every chance to be.
Considering also as well, when they had NXT in Blackpool, was it a year ago, 2 years? Yeah, a year ago. And the crowd were chanting Jordan and Gable for 10 minutes straight.
Yeah.
Literally, you could hear it apparently right through the Winter Gardens.
Jesus.
That's how loud it was.
Yeah. Canal.
So.
Sounds...
But you used to have Mega Slam and All Star at the Winter Gardens.
Yeah.
They've, sometimes in the summer.
Yeah.
They've just been sort of WWE just sort of flash the cash and.
Well, to be fair, you can't blame the people who run the Winter Gardens for that.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I don't know how that place makes money, but there we go.
Yeah.
It's one of them. It's a landmark. Gotta keep it. Mm.
Illuminasia.
Yeah.
£400 each.
I don't know, but apparently it's not very good.
I've been in it once. I got in half price.
I've never been. Don't plan on it.
Yeah.
Busy. Kids have seen it, therefore I have no reason to go.
And the problem is, you'll see on the Instagram the day of the show, you have Triple H just stood there in the middle of Illumination, just randomly posing, "Here I am, ... in Illuminasia."
I just imagine him spitting water everywhere, all over it.
FaceTime Vince is going, "Look, there's lights in here." Yeah, new topic. Go on, cracking the whip at you.
Oh, am I? You're the booker.
You said new topic before, so I was like, I'll get you back. Just new topic.
You're the booker. Hang on, I've got one.
Well, you kept mentioning Japan, so I was going to sort of segue into that, possibly.
All right, yeah, cool. Sounds like a plan.
Is that what's next on your list, or?
Possibly. Yeah, it could be next. Why not? I have more bitching to do, but more moaning and bitching. But not about Japan now. So we're talking Wrestle Kingdom.
Yes.
Wrestle Kingdom main event. Omega and Okada. It's very, very good. It's like a wrestling orgasm. A wrestlegasm, if you will. What?
It just sounds like you sort of there. You just couldn't you make it sound like Vinnie Mac when he sneezed. He's like, I sneezed.
It was a very, very good main event.
I'm partially expecting you to have been sat there and Katie comes downstairs like, it's 3 a.m. What are you doing? You just sat there sort of like, it's just my orgasms. And she's like,
not quite, but
well, no, it was like an uncontrollable one, just for like the.
It was a ghost.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's like you sort of sat there. It's like, right, just type in what you want to see. It's like psychology, and just there, it's like false finishes. And you're like when that gif of Vince like had to fall off his chair, like.
Oh yeah.
And it's like we'll have a really noisy Japanese crowd for some reason, which is really rare. Okay, Terminator entrance. Okay.
It was good.
And just like the sort of the Zandig build up of like, oh God, Jesus, it's arcing ropes of jism everywhere.
It was just a very, very good match.
No.
I mean, it's a long match.
It is.
It's 54 minutes.
Well, that's with the entrances.
With entrances, yeah. With entrances and celebration.
Yeah.
But that's a long match.
The show was long. It was like 5 hours long, the show.
I'm listening to the whole show because it's 5 hours long. I watched this match last night.
So did I.
I was making tea. It's a very, very good match. There was some like sick sounding bumps and thuds, and it was like it was like I don't watch a lot of Japanese wrestling.
You don't watch any Japanese wrestling.
I don't watch any Japanese wrestling. Yeah, it's a bit fair here. I watch the odd match here and there when I get told, you must see this match. And it's like, even with, what I have a gripe, but it's not with the match itself. But with knowing little to nothing about the two competitors, I was immediately sucked into the psychology and enthralled with the way that we were doing it. I was invested straight away. Mm-hmm. And like I say, I didn't know anything about the characters, didn't know anything about the gimmicks, knew that Omega was the leader of Bullet Club.
Yeah.
Didn't know anything about Okada at all. Never seen him, never heard of him, but watched that match and was immediately invested. And like, there's some spots in it that were spectacular, to say the least. It was almost perfectly paced as well, considering there was rest holds in it.
Yeah. And
I didn't even mind, because it looked like they were doing something.
But it's fair that if you are going 45 minutes, you do need a rest hold at some point.
Of course you do. I was reading a quote from Okada, actually, in that it's the first and only time he's ever felt like he was going to die in the ring.
To be fair, looking at some of the kicks and things like that, the top rope drop kick to the back of his head.
Oh man, that was sick.
There was that, but then it was the fact of, like, I think later in the match, like, Kenny Omega picks him up, goes to the one with Dagel. You can tell he sort of looks at him and he's like, you realise he's not going to hit it.
Yeah.
So he just sort of transforms it into something else and just drops him, like, back of his head on his knee.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
No, cringe, because of the fact that not long before the two comments at the English commentators, Okada not long had neck fusion surgery. And it's like, oh dear.
I didn't realise they had neck fusion surgery. I thought they were commenting about him going to need neck fusion surgery after.
They mentioned it at one point, but I'm sure I heard them mention that he'd had it as well.
Oh, he might have done, because it was Kevin Kelly and Steve Corino.
Yeah.
And Steve Corino kept talking about how he's had to have neck fusion surgery and how painful it was and how he's now basically crippled because of it. And, like, it's, you know, I know, and how basically it's affected his life, so to speak. I wasn't a fan of the commentary. They didn't do a bad job, but they didn't seem like they had much chemistry together. I don't know if they've worked together before or not. And I don't know, they weren't enthusiastic enough for what I wanted.
Yeah.
I know we discussed it briefly after we watched it. That imagine prime JR in that, like WrestleMania 17 JR calling that match. He'd be dead by the end of it, because there's that. It's that, like, there's. I'm not saying that it's a spot fest, because it's not by any stretch of the imagination. It's so well done. It didn't need to be.
He'd been there like you and Randy.
He would have been having a fit. He would have been orgasming.
He'd have needed his own coal mine.
Yeah, he would, genuinely.
He'd be neck deep.
But it was seriously good. And I mean, the fact that like we talk about psychology, and Kenny Omega breaks down every single point of Okada's body throughout the match. He controls the majority of the match. There's the odd like hope spot here and there, and like he gets worked a bit, but he controls the majority of this match. And I remember like the commentators are consistently talking about how he's trying to set up for the one-winged angel, his finishing maneuver, and how everything he does is to pinpoint certain areas that will then be affected by this maneuver. So he started working on like on his body and on his neck, and like there was one point that stood out to me, and it wasn't even something like particularly spectacular. He winged him into the ropes, and he come off the ropes, and boom, kidney shot him. And he did it 3 times. And it was a sick thud. It was just like, that's just grim. It was just a horrible sound. And it was like, and they were discussing this, why he's working on that part of the body, and how if he breaks that bit down, that makes his next bit easier to work on, and then he can work on that, and it was perfect. I would have said, it probably was. It was amazing, because it wasn't even like he just focused on one bit, like, oh, I'm just going to keep hitting him in the head, or I'm just going to keep like working on the legs and I can set up like an ankle lock or whatever. It was, I'm going to work systematically through the parts of his body that'll then make what I want to do in the end that much more effective. And can I give out a spoiler or not?
Yeah, it's been on by now, so it's available to watch places. So if you
spoiler alert: Kenny Omega loses. Rainmaker Okada wins. But it's like he never actually hits his finisher, which is astounding to me, because I see all these WWE shows and somebody hits the finisher and they kick out of it, and then they hit the finisher 3 more times and they still kick out of it, and it's like, oh, he kicks out of his finisher, so I'm kicking out your finisher, so you're kicking out my finisher, and it exposes the business, because it just exposes that what's supposed to be your ending move isn't good enough. It's like when you think back to the days, if somebody kicked out of the Stone Cold Stunner, not a normal stunner, the Stone Cold Stunner, that was it. It was an eruption, because it was nobody kicked out of that move. Like Neville does a Red Arrow. Nobody ever kicked out of it. Still nobody's kicked out of it, I don't think. Or did one person kick out of it on NXT, and that's why the place exploded, because nobody had done that before. So it had meaning. It was important.
I was sort of going to saying that no one kicked out the stunner. I remember there was the systematic ways to sort of use the term that you used. There was like, I think he did it on Van Damme at King of the Ring 2001.
Right.
Where he did the stun on RVD. RVD did his flip-de-doo.
Flip-de-doo,
bro! Bring it back. But rather than be lying in the ring and wait for Austin to cover him, he literally sort of flipped it out of the ring from it. I can't pin him because he's outside the ring, so I need to go out the ring to put him back in the ring so I can do it again to pin him.
Yeah, but that was probably just RVD being a dick and overselling.
Well, yeah, but it was like a 4-way as well, so it was like, well, there's no one else who can do it. If Austin hit it and pinned him, he wouldn't have kicked out. But because he was out the ring, he went out the ring.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Well, maybe, but then again, I suppose they booked it that way so that he can kick out. Think about it like that, because then it was obviously
what happened afterwards.
No. But it's like that. I mean, the Stone Cold Stunner was just an example I was using. I mean, it's like the pedigree, though. Triple H has been wrestling that long that he's ended up being sucked into the whole people kick out of his finisher. Yeah. So it was refreshing that he didn't hit it, and I've never thought that I'd ever say that about a move. I'd never thought I don't want to see him hit his finisher, but I didn't, because it was like, if he hits it, it is over, and that's how a finisher should be. It is how it should be viewed. Unfortunately, on the other side of it, what I assume was Okada's finisher, he hit the 4 or 5 times. Yeah,
the Rainmaker.
I
think it was 3 or 4 times. He hit.
Which again was a bit. I was a little bit put off by that, but I understand the psychology of it. He had to hit it that many times because he hadn't worked over Omega like he'd been worked over. He hadn't done the systematic breaking down of his body so that it makes more, so that his finisher had more of an effect. It was literally Omega took maybe 2 bumps on his, like two shots to his head, maybe 3. Yeah, everything else was Okada getting worked. Yeah, and Okada's head and Okada's neck. Yeah, so when it comes to he's hit the Rainmaker. Yeah, but if that's one move that he's taken to his head. Yeah. So okay, maybe it's a finisher, but then it's flashing yellow. It's not flashing red, and you need it to flash red. Yeah, if you go back to the old SmackDown days. Yeah, it needs to flash red for you to actually get the pinfall from that maneuver. Yeah. So to have to hit it that, say 4 times I think it was. Yeah, and it made even more sense that he did the jumping, twirling tombstone before he then hit it and got the finisher, because again, that's a move that works on that part of the body. So it was like, even in that the psychology was great.
Second tombstone as well, I think.
I think the first one got reversed. There was one that definitely got reversed. I don't know if it was the second one.
The second attempt got reversed. I think he hit one and he went for the pin and Kenny kicked out. Yeah. Then he went tried for another one, and that was when Kenny picked him up, got him, reversed it, got him on his shoulders, and I think that was when he went, I can try for the one with Nigel, which is not, I can't get it, so I'm just going to try it. I'm going to drop him back of the head on my knee. Yeah. It's like,
some of them knees as well, they were brutal. Yeah.
I think it was the second to last one. I think the worst sounding and looking from in terms of where it hit. Yeah.
There was one which it almost looked like he missed it, and then he just hit it again straight away. And it was like, that was it was a gross sound again.
But there was I think it was towards the end when I think one of the last knees he hit and he went for the pin, and I think it was when Okada just kicked out. Yeah. But Okada's selling it. It was either he was genuinely out, or he sold it well to. Oh yeah. He essentially dropped like a sack of shit. Yeah.
It was brilliant from both men. To be honest, sorry, I'm gonna have to go shower.
Hello, this is for.
Can't we say hello at the same time?
Fuck's sake. Hello! This is an advertisement for Master Debaters.
Oh, can we say Master Debaters together as well? Yeah?
Hello! I am Michael.
I'm Sean. I'm Toffer.
And we are the Master Debaters.
We are the Master Debaters. That's what we want to do.
We're all saying it.
Yeah.
Hello! I'm Michael.
I'm Sean. I'm Toffer. And we are
the
Master Debaters. I thought we were just doing...
Hello! I'm Michael.
I'm Sean. I'm Toffer.
We are
the Master Debaters. You can find us on Twitter @_Master Debaters, SoundCloud, Podbean, and iTunes. Just do yourself a favour and jump aboard this podcast train. Choo choo, motherfucker!
Hey guys, check out NowThatI'mOlder.com every Thursday for a brand new episode of the podcast, Now That I'm Older. It's a show about how getting older sucks but can be awesome at the exact same time with your host Shane Smith.
Woo! Wheeling dealing! Limousine riding! Jet flying! Son of a gun!
And Ken Baldwin.
The best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
We talk about things that happened to us when we were younger. We talk about some random news stories, and we basically just sit around and shoot the shit. So check out NowThatI'mOlder.com every Thursday for a brand new episode. Thanks a lot.
What is the Potter family?
This is Matthew McDonough from the Passersby Podcast.
This is Matt Pierce from the Crossover Podcast.
This is Knock from the Geek Ogre Podcast.
This is Jason from the 3 Is Comedy Podcast.
This is Adam from Everyone Has a Podcast.
We're Josh and David from the Scotch and Flicks Podcast.
This is Michael Vasquez of the No Soundbites Allowed Podcast.
We are you, podcasters coming together in a community to help one another grow. So follow us on Twitter at Podern Family and use the hashtag Podern Family in your tweets and retweet other people who do the same. Podern Family, where great podcasts come home.
Hi, I'm Paul the Hat Guy Flinders, and I am the host of the RAD Podcast, Random Ass Discussion, and we discuss about absolutely anything that's on our minds. Doesn't matter how taboo the subject is, we will talk about it and give you our opinion, whether it's popular or not, controversial or not, or thought-provoking or just downright daft. You can find us on Spreaker at www.spreaker.com/RAD Podcast. You can follow us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/UK RAD Podcast. We are on Twitter at UK RAD Podcast. And we are also now on iTunes. Hooray! Just search for us at the UK RAD Podcast and we should show up. So if you're ready for a bit of random ass discussion, a little bit of comedy gold, and maybe a little bit of thought-provoking conversation, come over, join the fun. And just remember, there are plenty of podcasts out there, but not that many of them are rad. Now it's back to the lost art of podcasting / wrestling / keyfade.
And we're back.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring sort of
we need juice.
Juice and tea.
Well, yeah, I mean tea.
To clean up.
Yeah.
But I can't say it now if you wax it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. The fans should know what you mean.
Yes, they will. They'll listen to us. Hopefully.
But no.
Hopefully Katie won't.
Yeah, she might do now. But no, it was just I'm just saying, yeah, it was really, really good. I mean, I don't know what your opinions were, whether there was anything you noticed I didn't.
I think you noticed more than me, if anything.
Oh, right, fair enough.
It's like I was saying to you, how they both had people in the corner that there's no interference.
Yeah.
Which I thought that was strange.
It wasn't even that strange, it was just good.
Strange and good. Stranger things.
Yeah.
But normally to have someone in your corner like that, they're there to interfere rather than be there sort of for support.
Yeah. Well, like, if that had been a WWE match, they would have been fighting on the outside. Someone would have got thrown out. One of them would have played under the ring and then come out and then attacked one of the other guy, and it would have been a total clusterfuck, for lack of a better description. And it's just, it was good. It was refreshing.
I don't think Kate likes that.
Well, clusterfuck.
Yeah. Cringes every time.
Well, probably because I'm swearing. Yeah, see, doesn't like it.
How are we going to win awards?
Where are you award winning?
It's Raw!
It's got explicit on it, it's fine.
This is true. After your ears. Love you all.
Whatever. So, yeah. It's nice.
I think on the fan topics now.
Oh, awesome. Oh, that was something I wanted to mention actually. I saw it today on Kenny Omega's Twitter about him taking a break from Japanese wrestling to decide what he wants to do next with his career.
Whatever you're thinking, it's probably not true.
No, I don't. Look, I don't know anything. I'm not suggesting that he is coming to the WWE like 90% of the online population are, but I was just wondering what you thought. Whether he would go, whether if he did go he'd be buried or it'd actually be useful.
He said himself that he doesn't want to, he wants to be like the legend who never went.
Right.
Sting, like Sting went.
Yeah, but Sting went because at that point in time he might as well take a payday.
Yeah. Kenny Omega didn't want that.
No.
So I want to be known for there who didn't go.
Right.
But he's a weird one, is Kenny Omega, because he sort of went from being fighting the invisible opponent and the low opponent in DDT. And he's done PWG, he's done the Ring of Honor.
No, I'm not sure.
But he originally started out as I think it was like heavyweight or junior heavyweight.
Yeah, because we were talking about him being fighting junior heavyweights in Japan.
But then he said basically, I want to be the heavyweight. I'm classing myself as a heavyweight.
Yeah.
To go for the IWGP belt.
Right. Oh no, it's like the guy. He was undersized compared to the guy that he was wrestling, but the guy who was wrestling was 6'3", or at least if you believe what he said on the commentary. And but I mean, he in terms of WWE size, I mean, 6'3", 245 pounds. Isn't actually that big, and you know, and Kenny Omega was a lot smaller than he was, but I don't imagine him being. I don't think he'd be smaller than AJ Styles is. Well, I mean, get some stats. Well, no, I mean, do you not feel like? I suppose he'd have to agree to come in on a similar type of deal to what AJ Styles came into to make sure he got that treatment. You wouldn't want to be faffing about in NXT if you were, earning that much money in Japan, which I assume he's earning big money. And I noticed they were talking on the broadcast about them coming over to America and doing shows in America as well, which I thought was quite interesting. Like trying to take New Japan World.
Well, they've done the odd bit of crossover with America before that, Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Guy over,
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. Anyway, they were talking about bringing full shows over because they were talking about it at the beginning of the match actually about who will be better to lead New Japan now they're going to take the show out of Japan and take it overseas, because Okada can only speak Japanese, which limits him to who he can work with, whereas Omega can speak English and Japanese, so he could work with more stars when they come over, which I thought was really interesting that they were talking in almost breaking kayfabe. Yeah, talking about the actual backstage stuff behind it all. Well, I don't know. I thought it was quite interesting.
Kenny Omega is 33. He's 6'4", he's 203 pounds.
Yeah, so he's a bit bigger then. Not weight-wise though, which is interesting. But again, I'm not too sure if he didn't get a deal like Styles. I don't think he'd be used in the same manner. I think he'd be treated probably almost like Neville was in a sense. Does a little bit here and there, and then we don't really have any proper storylines to put you in, so do this, and we should be ruining him essentially. Yeah. Well, that's it. Well, the thing is, I mean, AJ Styles is a once in a lifetime kind of guy, really, because there's not many people who would do what he did. He made it on the indie scene in America, and then, still didn't pay that much, whatever it is. WWE tried to sign him on, one of these developmental contracts. He wasn't interested. He went to Japan, made himself the biggest star in Japan, and then basically could write his own paycheck. So there ain't many guys who've done that, or even could do that, have the determination to do that. I think about something like Samoa Joe, who probably could have done something like that, but instead was having to take the developmental bit, and it's taken 2 years to be pushed up. Called up.
2 years.
Yeah. Well, I say that assuming he's going to get called up for the Royal Rumble, which is what I'm talking about. So, again, 33. Do you want to get so, yeah.
You want the topic to cover.
Did I?
Before we came on. You want to tell me your answer.
Oh, right, go on.
Regarding the Omega Okada match.
Right. Yeah, well, my question was, does the mythical match that you will pick to show a non-wrestling fan to try and get them interested in wrestling? Yeah. Now, Dave Meltzer gave this match 6 stars. Yeah. And bear in mind, it's out of 5. Yeah. Would you show this match to somebody who's never watched wrestling before to try and get them to watch wrestling? Here's my question. Now, I have my own answer, but I was just quite interested going forward.
I would have to say no.
Reasons?
So, apart from probably having to sit there and explaining the whole mythos of New Japan and all that sort of thing.
Right.
And not really go through the history of the match and can you remember full history and Cardiff history?
Well, I mean, I didn't have any of that, and I watched it. And well, yeah.
You're already a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
You're not trying to convert. I want not to convert you.
Yeah.
Because
you're
a convert.
Yeah. Well, from my point,
the man of 1,000 gimmicks.
Yeah.
Which I forgot to mention so far.
Yeah, but that's kind of talent.
You're Billy the Boy.
But no, my reasoning is, simply put, it's too long. I wouldn't show this to a non-wrestling fan because it's a very, very long match, and if I show them this match, they will assume every match is like that. Yeah. Which is why people say you should never show the Undertaker versus Mick Foley in Hell in a Cell. It's an absolutely epic match. But that's one match on its own. Every other wrestling match is not like that match. So it's like I hasten to say this match doesn't technically exist. If I was trying to show something to somebody to get them into wrestling, I'd probably show them a promo package before I showed them the match. Yeah, because the promo package gives you that story at that moment. Yeah, it's a brief 3-minute thing, so we can straight away. Yeah, and again, to show somebody. But no, I just think it's too long. 50 plus minutes. Yeah, that's like a standard wrestling match is probably closer to 7 minutes.
Wow, yeah, 7 or 8 minutes.
Yeah, so I couldn't say you watch this match and then you'll love wrestling because though everything's perfect, they don't understand why it's perfect. Yeah, whereas if I showed them a promo package, with any luck, they would immediately be invested in one of those characters. Yeah, so it's the character that draws them in. So you sit, you watch it, you're like, oh right, yeah, I'm really down that guy because this guy's predictable, whatever it may be. Yeah, and that's what makes them invested in. When they're invested in a match, and it might be I'm not going to say I'm going to then put an hour match, I'm going to put on a 10-15 minute match, whatever it may be. And that's how I think it gets somebody interested. But that's just a real opinion because obviously this is obviously a really highly regarded match.
It's one of them. It's you want to watch it if you're a fan.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't think, I'm going to try and get interested. I'm going to watch Wrestlekingdom 11.
Yeah.
And I'm going to watch the full show and the full main event, which goes on for 40 odd minutes, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like I've no idea who anyone is or anything.
Yeah. Here, watch 5 hours of wrestling.
Yeah. But it's like, I'm pretty sure that's what WWE tries to do with WrestleMania.
Yeah, it is. Because that's why they got the stupid gimmick matches and stuff. He's trying to get new fans to watch wrestling, but again, oh look, we put Snooki on this year's WrestleMania. You tune in to watch Snooki. No, you just turn wrestling fans off, and the people who wanted to see Snooki wait until it comes out on YouTube the next day.
It's maybe like 2 years after she was famous.
Well, yeah, but it always inevitably is. Well, that's my example. You know, they try, like, okay, the Mike Tyson thing worked, yeah, but ever since then, they've consistently tried to do the same thing. Oh, well, we'll have this person as a special force. Oh, Shaquille O'Neal's having a match. Shaquille O'Neal retired 5 years ago, and now he's having a match with Big Show. Yeah, people aren't going to watch. It's like when they put Floyd Mayweather on. You're not going to pay your $30, $50, whatever it is, to watch the show just so I can see Floyd Mayweather wrestle, in air quotes, the Big Show. Because you're not interested. It doesn't draw people in like it would do with, say, somebody like Mike Tyson. But Mike Tyson was transcendent and wasn't even involved in the sport of boxing at the time. He was busy trying to fight off lawsuits. Yeah? So, at the end of the day, again, trying to get somebody to suddenly tune in and watch a 5-hour show because, you know, one celebrity's on it, they're going to be on it for less than 10 minutes. It doesn't work. If you did start watching wrestling because Snooki was on WrestleMania, please get in touch and I will block you.
Hopefully you start holding back up.
No, there's a listener topic time.
You song.
Song?
Shitting with your audience now.
Let's cut this bit. No, I thought you fuck up on your phone.
I didn't write them down.
Well, you're the booker!
I thought I had to ask them 2 minutes before we started recording. Right, so yeah, listener topics. First one from Paul, who writes, important feeling. Paul from the RAD Podcast.
Cool.
Which is
yeah. Oh, well, welcome to join us on this. One.
RAD crossover.
Yeah.
RAD wrestling.
Let's start a RAD theme.
Let's start a RAD thing. Yeah.
Let's start a RAD theme.
Don't kill the RAD thing. Figure out sooner or later. In crayon.
In crayon?
That's a new marker.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Soluble.
No, fair
enough. Look at that lagoon.
My dad would say that.
Your dad's left one lagoon and start going again.
What?
So, yes. Best match at pay-per-view between an import and a British guy you have seen?
Yeah, there's only one answer to this question as far as I'm concerned. You might have a different answer. But mine was Kevin Steen and Chris Travis. Just because it was epic, and to see him get powerbombed on the ring apron right in front of us was sick. It was brutal, and it was awesome. And yeah, probably one of the few main events I wasn't already drunk for.
It's a £1.50 BKs.
Hey, you knock them back.
Yeah, especially about 15 of them, mate.
It was only one time.
There was times you came close before it. He was like, how many have you had tonight? 12.
Well, you know, as many as I can carry. Don't have to get up during a match. Oh no, they gave me a ride on and give it Coxy.
Yeah. What flavours do you want? Any but RAD.
But no. Yeah, that was my choice. Don't know if you have a different answer. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Go on.
The one show you couldn't make it to because I think it's still working.
Balls.
But it's free to watch on YouTube.
Oh, you're going to say Cesaro Alligero?
You've ruined the thunder now.
Yeah, called it. I've seen it.
But but you weren't there.
I was not there, no, but I have seen it.
You were not there at the interview.
No, I was not.
You were not there at that interview.
I was not. It was a good match, though. Yeah, I can understand that. Two very different matches, though.
Yeah, but I've seen apron German suplex.
Yeah, no, that was brutal. Yeah, yeah, it was good. I can't even say man's better. So I was just trying to come up with. I was thinking, can I say man was better? No, I can't really. It's just. I don't think man. I thought man was really good, but I don't know. I wouldn't be able to split them.
Was that on the show when you did the Rumble as well? I think.
Yeah.
That was about, I think Travis was. Okay, he's off somewhere. He's off to kill the kids. Kate, put the gun down! No! Yeah, because if I remember right, that was the match where he walks out with like a McDonald's bag. He's like, well, let's put I'll give a peace offering.
Oh, yeah.
And on the same show, they had like the Battle Royal, and I think Harper's in the corner, and there's like Rampage is murdering bitches. Turns around, stares at Travis, and Travis is getting the thumbs up.
Yes, it was. It wasn't actually. It wasn't just murdering bitches. It was just Jim Powers. He just teed off on that fellow. But yeah, it was still one of the funniest things I've seen. It's not Rumble on YouTube, but it is.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to look it up. One of the funniest moments ever, watching this fat guy get battered.
He's your favourite wrestler of all time. You gave the match 7 stars.
I did not give the match 7 stars.
You gave that segment 7 stars for Jim Powers. You
was in tears with laughter.
You gave lots of it, mate.
Oh, you know what to say.
You gave it 7 VKs out of like
the 12 that I drank.
Yeah. Yeah, what's your favourite involvement? Tell us.
You see, I lose out because I haven't been to that many shows. I've missed that many because of work.
This is true.
And then
that was about going to the Manchester show. I thought it'd be a good idea to get drunk and start shouting Jesus every time we were like that. That's like a moment. Because the CDW guys were there.
Yeah. No, I'll tell you what was a good match actually. Yeah, I didn't mention it. I had it in my head and it's quite a bad match then. Yeah. It's going on now. What that I went to? I didn't go to a lot. Oh, that's the match I want to talk about. John Morrison going down. A lot of people. I'm only mentioning it because, in terms of crowd reaction, I think that was more over. From what I remember, from either of them. From what I remember,
it did have a year of hype.
It did have a year of hype, but obviously, the ending where John Morrison passed the torch in air quotes because he didn't have a torch to pass. Big jump Noam Dar, and it was like that was a really, really entertaining match because I remember at that moment in time I didn't really know what to think of Noam Dar. I knew he was talented, but he never got really pushed into anything really. He was on every show, but he was never, this guy's going to be the next PCW champion or whatever it was. Yeah. And that kind of launched him into that run to the title, which, in terms of story development for an indie promotion, was it was obviously a really big moment, and it was quite a long story really, to then, push him onto this. Like, if it was weekly and, that would have lasted like a couple of weeks, whereas obviously because it's indie and it's every couple of months at the time, it was a big thing. I don't know, just point out there, so let us know. Let me know what you think.
The other thing I remember from that match, I think if I remember correctly, was I think Joe went to the top rope and no one said, "No, Doom! Doom!" And the whole crowd started chanting Doom for some reason.
Yeah.
I think Paul then asked, through future of World of Sport, and this meant to say the future of World of Sport.
I think we kind of covered that earlier. Well, you watched it.
Yes.
I didn't. If you couldn't sit through it, then that's...
Well, I sat through it, it was just I didn't really enjoy it.
Well, no, but that's what I mean. If you didn't enjoy it and you're a wrestling fan who's watched a lot of wrestling, then what hope does it have? Because the way I see it is, I assumed it was a one-night only deal. I didn't even realise there was thoughts of making it into possibly into a weekly show or whatever it may be. And then from what I've heard is not that many people enjoyed it. If it's like any TV show, they put a pilot out there, and if nobody watches the pilot or nobody's interested in it, it doesn't go anywhere. Yeah. Or like they might put a test. Like I remember there was one show that I used to watch, and they put a test pilot out, watched it, and then they picked it up and lasted 6 episodes and cancelled it. Yeah. Because nobody then watched it. So it's going to be a similar situation. It depends on what the ratings were. Now, judging by people's reactions, I'm guessing they weren't that high, and they're not that positive reviews either. So I can only assume there is no future to it.
I mean, from what I estimated, 1.7 million.
Right. Is that good? No idea.
I'd have to see the other ratings to see what else was on at the time.
Yeah.
But it's not. I think they were sort of partially expecting a draw, like back in like a massive. Oh, we're going to do 5 million.
Right.
Really?
Yeah. No. You could have put Stone Cold Steve Austin on that show and it would have been 5 million.
Again, it's like it's New Year's Eve. People are getting ready to go out.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting ready because they're having people around.
Yeah.
The other people who probably really watched it, the ones who even probably Sky Plus it later on.
Yeah.
You might get the ones who missed it on to watch it on catch up.
Yeah.
Or there's the ones that, like the kids and stuff, who are like not doing anything.
Yeah.
So you need to go out and stuff. So they're sit in and watch it.
Yeah.
So,
you limit your audience by the time that you're putting it on, to be fair. Like you say, but I mean, if WWE doesn't do close to 5 million, so you're not going to. No way.
Paul then asks, best and worst gimmick matches.
So you mean like Hell in a Cell's gimmick?
But then it's again what keeps into what I've seen.
Yeah.
I've seen some bits.
Yeah. Anything that's to do with like a festive theme or a Halloween theme or anything daft like that now, they're all stupid.
That's what relates back to the last episode with the
pumpkin match.
Yeah.
No, stupid.
The Thanksgiving brawl.
Yeah. Anything like that's ridiculous, stupid, and I hate when they do it because they don't need to. Yeah. We know what day it is. We know what day's coming up. We don't need you to then put a daft match on where you make some guy look like a complete not at all. I tell you, there was one that was good, and it was the Gravy wrestling match on SmackDown.
Can't be your wife said that.
Shut up. She didn't know that.
You were about to say there was...
No, I wasn't. I wasn't going down that route. But no. Coxy couldn't keep quiet. No.
Okay, put the gun down.
But yeah, no, that was fun.
Welcome to the last half of the Hazy Face.
That was fun when I was 15. Put that out there. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, but to be fair though, WWE did quite a lot. Like, we wouldn't have a gravy match. Why? But that was the case of, well, you can do. We have all the gravy to use.
Yeah.
In spring.
Yeah. But it's like, yeah, but no, the WWE did it at like festive time. So it was supposed to be gravy and stuff. And I was like, right, well, if you're going to do it, you might as well, stick to scantily clad women and some gravy. I was 15, woman.
Dixie, not the knife!
I'll pay for it later, don't worry about it.
Right. No doubt it'll be about 3 a.m. when Katie's like pain and you get some smacks in the balls. What happened? I don't know if I why's my balls hurting? No. Night terror.
Night terror. But yeah. So Coxy's trying to kill himself. Back to the topic in hand.
Who books this shit?
You apparently, you're the booker. But no, good matches, good gimmick matches. Anyway, I like the concept of Money in the Bank when it was for like when they did it once a year, and not having its own dedicated pay-per-view and all that jazz. Once a year, that was a good idea, good concept. I quite like the Elimination Chamber. That was also a relatively good idea. Unfortunately, now there's a whole pay-per-view dedicated to it, which again, I want one every year. That's it.
You find the problem stuff because of how heavy it is. You want to sit in the arena that can make you have it.
Yeah. Well, I'm not shocked by that. Hell in a Cell was good before they then dedicated pay-per-view to it and put matches in it that don't need to be. TLC, again, same thing. The thing with gimmick matches is they're good in small doses. If you have one a year, you can build up to it. But that also doesn't mean that I want one every single year. So, like, the first TLC match was brilliant. The second TLC match, again, was pretty brilliant. And now there's a whole pay-per-view dedicated to TLC. Well, no, I didn't want that. Or, like, I want it on one time in a special occasion. You know, I don't need it every year. It's like a Hell in a Cell match should be reserved for The Undertaker, but now everybody has it. It was his gimmick. It was his match. It's like they don't do them anymore. Casket matches never really worked for me anyway. But in fact, that was probably one of the, on the other side of it, was one of the more ropey ones, let's say. Yeah. But again, you don't. It's one of them that should be saved for The Undertaker. Really, ambulance matches. No, don't like that either. Very alive. Again. I'm not keen on that. I Quit matches are now John Cena's match. Well, again, I don't. An I Quit match is. There's not. Every 5 seconds they're stopping to pick the mic up. It's frustrating, it's annoying. The ref's walking around with the mic so I can hear it rustling against his arse cheeks. No, I'm not really. I don't really want that. I'm not. The thing with gimmick matches is keep them to. So they're not. They shouldn't be treated like normal matches. They should be treated like speciality. Like a table match. A table match was a Dudley's thing. But you now have table matches just, every couple of weeks on Raw. Oh, have a table match. No. Table matches should be saved for pay-per-views. Yeah? Any of these gimmick matches is a pay-per-view match. Don't matter. On your TV shows should be standard rules matches or no DQ matches. That's it. And in fact, I'm not even a fan of having no DQ matches on. It should just be standard wrestling matches. Everything else, just save the pay-per-views. Like Iron Man matches, they don't. I can't remember last time you did an Iron Man match. They might have done one for the women's title actually. Yeah. Sasha Banks and Charlotte. Was it? Oh, you think? Oh no, I meant on the main show. I thought they were on the main show. Can't remember. But either way, Iron Man matches again. Have one a year, if that. Have one every couple of years, because then it makes it more important. Like they did a last man standing match on Raw between Braun Strowman and Sami Zayn. What was the point? Yeah. Why? Why did I didn't need that. Let's blow off to that feud on Raw. Yeah, pointless. Absolutely pointless. So why not save that for a pay-per-view? You've invested in it. You've built up to it, and then we're going to put this great match. What should be a great match? You can watch it on Raw when it should be on a pay-per-view. Because it's a speciality match, and yeah, we're just going to go away from it. So, but then again, that's the thing that I brought up the last one about them have the pay-per-view and then the next night on Raw you have all the same matches. Fucking stupid.
This is quite an annoying question because I've got that book at home, like the 2001, like, thingy, like, problems, like, weird and wonderful and wrestling. Like,
oh, right.
Like, matches, characters, things that happen.
Yeah.
And down and giant down and all that.
Oh, lovely.
In ring. There's, for worst that comes to mind, the first one that sort of when I read it was we covered it before, was like the domed cage match in TNA.
Oh god, yeah. I can't remember what it was called. But yeah, I know which one you mean. The one where it took him that long to climb out.
Yeah, and it's like, we can't sell this much longer.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and in the end, he crawled out for the camera.
Yeah, because he couldn't get out the top. He was on the side, yeah. He wasn't strong enough to get out the top of it, so he had to crawl out for the camera. So stupid.
WCW and had the King of the Road match.
It was the King of the Road match.
It was where it was that one where they still couldn't have blood on TV, and one of them got busted open through the hard way. It may have been Gimmicks.
Right.
It was Dustin Rhodes and someone else. It was a match on a truck.
Oh,
driving through like some sort of hilly thing. And they've got to start at the end of this truck, work their way to the front of this truck, whatever, and ring the bell to win the match.
That sounds ridiculous.
It happened.
That's so stupid.
Welcome to the lost art of wrestling.
Russo booked it.
This is pre-Russo.
No!
This is in the dark. This is like when the medieval times of wrestling, like in the mid-90s, or like 94.
Jesus. That sounded so Russo as well.
There was the...
Anything on a pole.
Yeah.
Always stupid. Always stupid.
The Viagra on a pole, stand there. The pinata on a pole. So we've got a group of Mexicans we need to swim with. Right, you're Mexican, you're Mexican, you're Mexican. Pinata on a pole.
I'll tell you one that I don't like, that I think I might get some people. Ultimate X matches. Don't like it.
So why? Well, when the X drops off the bloody
thing. When the contract falls off but they have to get the clipboard.
Yeah.
So stupid. It's not the contract you have to get, it's the clipboard that held the contract. Alright, good cover there. Yeah, where are you two?
What was there? Any matches involving fans?
Yeah.
Lumberjacks.
Any matches involving celebrities as lumberjacks?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not really keen on lumberjack matches, but so the lumberjacks don't do anything. And ultimate, it's smarts.
Like at TNA where they had that one with like James Storm and someone else, where they all give the fans belts, and it's like, oh, if they come out the win, you can hit them with the belts, and it's like, but they can't retaliate. It's like
that's just a recipe for disaster.
It was.
Yeah.
Scaffold matches. Awful.
Yeah.
Most things Japan have done. Like the swimming pool death match.
I've not seen it.
There was a swimming pool. There was a pool on a ring on a floating on a pool.
Right.
And they had to get boats out to it. Not only apparently with the water freezing cold, but when they got thrown into the water, that essentially them eliminated. Then an explosion went off.
Okay.
It was like an exploding pool death match or something.
Right, that sounds ridiculous. Hell in a kennel.
Oh god.
What are the dogs gonna do? They're gonna shoot this everywhere.
That pump picture on live TV. So yeah, again, anything sort of involving space heaters.
Anything involving animals.
Dry ice animals.
Inferno matches, they're stupid.
Yeah.
The Wyatt family versus Kane in the Inferno match is so stupid. They've got carpet! The Wyatt family are in the ring, oh my god! It was just like, oh my god.
Any like one arm tied behind your back, I'm not a fan of stupid shit like that.
Yeah, blindfold matches.
Yeah.
Though apparently there was one that was quite good, but I'm not saying.
Which one?
Jake the Snake and Rick Martel. Apart from Jake the Snake breaks kayfabe within like 20 seconds of getting the blindfold on.
Oh man. Yeah.
But if you ignore that, apparently it's quite good.
I mean, it's fine just now.
I'm going based on what the guys on the OSW say.
So that's like your Bible.
What? Yeah, I suppose.
Like the one they had recently where it's like the shark cage over the ring.
Oh.
The manager in the cage.
Yeah, they're doing a Jericho, aren't they?
Yeah.
At the Rumble.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right. I don't understand why. I don't understand what it does.
It's probably not to keep him from interfering. It's like, we know what's happening. He's going to drop something to get used by Roman Reigns.
Yeah, probably.
Drop the list. In terms of best.
TLC. No, yeah.
TLC way back when it was OG TLC.
Yeah, yeah.
Hell in a Cell when it was originally TLC.
When it was originally, yeah, just for the Undertaker.
Yeah, when it was a proper
special
done once in a blue moon. Yeah.
Just like it's like any kind of match. Almost. Well, there are some that are obviously stupid, like the ones we named, but like there are some that work, and obviously work. Like an Iron Man match works. A Hell in a Cell works. It's just you have to limit the exposure of it. These things become boring when they are exposed and overused. So, like, I really enjoyed Money in the Bank matches, or at least I did, until they got overexposed and overused. Yeah, one a year was more than enough because it was more the implication of what that briefcase meant. Now there's 2 or there's 4 a year, and it's stupid. It becomes pointless.
Oh, I've got another bad one.
Oh yeah.
The reverse battle royal.
So you have to get in the ring.
Yeah. Yeah, they did it.
Oh, I'm not even shocked. Not even shocked. Like a tin egg of anything.
Yeah, I'm not going to give my matches Well, I say I hate them, but I will watch them occasionally because I would do like gimmick stuff. It's when it's played or it's been done once. It's like, we're going to do it again. We know what's not happening.
It's like War Games. The first War Games was quite good.
Yeah. The
second War Games was apparently quite good. And it just went more steadily and steadily downhill and became more and more stupid.
That Cage is hoping
yeah.
Something to do with Hogan's Savage. It's like, oh, we're out. Right, Finn Flair.
Yeah.
The champion.
Yeah. But then again, that's good Hogan. But yeah.
Then Paul Hurst asks best non-WWE or TNA signed British female talent. Best non-signed.
Best non-signed would have to be British.
Yeah,
it's a bit obscure. For me. Well, you answer it first. I really don't want to say it, David, where I'm at.
I've not seen that much, so to be fair, British wrestling.
Well, that's it. The reason why I'm struggling is there isn't that. I've not seen that much British women's wrestling because most of the indie shows I go to don't have women's matches on. You know, and I tell you what, actually, I did. We watched when we went to a PCW show once, and there was an all-female wrestling show on.
Oh yeah,
day show.
Pro Wrestling Eve.
That was it.
Yeah.
Pro Wrestling Eve. Yeah, I don't remember it.
To be fair, that match eventually released with the actual meant to be released after the free show thing.
Oh yeah.
But I think they just sort of scrapped it because of how bad it was.
There you go. So the answer probably is the resume.
Well, there's a few. There's a few, I'd say. It's like the Kaylee Ray, right? It's a new one with Japan.
Right. Okay. Yeah, Kaylee Ray was alright. She jumped off the bar. What?
That's what they do every now and then.
Yeah.
I
don't know what yours. It's a hard question to answer because we haven't seen that much of it.
Yeah.
And what we have seen was very limited. It was limited in time, and it was limited in terms of exposure. As we were explaining before, if you haven't seen these people before, you have to somehow create an investment in them.
Yeah.
Now, a 5-minute match between, a 5 minutes, say, like the first time I was there exposed to Viking, who said where it was going to Japan now. She was in a tag team match, lasted less than 5 minutes on that Pro Wrestling Eve show when I was probably half caught, but it was anyway. And this is by midday. So my investment in that was limited.
I wouldn't even know the match. That was the foot kind of got thrown out.
Yeah.
Even your Booker can't because he was control things. He's acting like he doesn't know what's going on.
Well, that's it. That show was that bad. The Booker didn't have a clue. So, it's unfortunate because I'm sure there are talented female wrestlers in the UK, but I haven't seen them. So,
I think the other ones we've seen really, sort of when people really want to do it, sort of attending people and David was around, then just sort of facing the males like Kayla Ray was doing.
Yeah, well, that again, I don't. The problem with that is like I would say other things because I don't. Okay, against the other women, she did seem quite good, especially when I saw her in Future Shock. She looked quite a bit better when she was the way she was booked in Future Shock. But all I remember is Bubblegum running over and pinning her and shouting "sex pin" at the top of her voice. I'm pissing myself laughing. And that's what I remember. But I think
I saw a bit of Dixie Newell at Chicago.
Right.
So she was on the Fan Club Pro pre-show. Like a couple of exhibitions.
Right.
And she was pretty good.
Right.
Because I think she was part of the tryout as well recently. Glasgow, part of the whole.
Oh, right, okay.
April Davis, she got the mixed martial arts background.
Yeah, like I say, when she was facing the women, it was interesting. It was, it was quite good, but then she started facing the men and then didn't appear for months.
Yeah.
And then was suddenly back again. It was weird. It was like they almost forgot to book her.
It was, I think it was completely like work.
Yeah, maybe so. I say I'm not privy to the background of these people or their private lives or anything like that, so I don't know. It was just 1 minute she was there and she was on PCW and Future Shock and other things, and the next minute she was gone, and then a few months later she was back. I was like, yeah, she's back. I was like, alright, where'd she go? I'm telling you.
Nobody knows.
What now? I have another topic.
Yeah? Go for it.
JN, the big news. The massive news.
Go on, drop the news.
No more Dixie Carter bitches. No more.
You say no more, she still has an equality a share in it.
Yeah, it's a minority share, and she's having nothing to do on the screen.
But she's not director anymore.
Yeah, she's gone. We no longer have to look at her or listen to her or suffer through her book.
For some reason I thought you were going to say this was like when there's that picture of where she dressed as Kevin Matthews from the AE podcast. I thought you'd sit there and go, well, you fooled me.
To be fair, when she first took over the company, it was fine. And then I don't know who told her to do webs, to basically can it all and, change everything. Well, that's when she ruined it. And then she became an on-screen personality, which should never have happened, which ruined it even more. And, but no, I'm just glad she's gone. Which also, I don't know if you've noticed, now coincides with Jeff Jarrett coming back.
Yes, I have. I read that before.
Yeah.
Which did get mentioned in a topic by Daz, who said in TNA future with no more Dixieland as chairman, and Jarrett rumored to come back. Thoughts?
Oh, see? I preempted the listener's topic.
Or maybe you went through my message.
No, not really. But thank you for writing in, because I did want to talk about this, and I am chuffed that she's gone. It's only a positive. What?
No,
At what point does it become a negative?
No. The other problem is I'm just thinking back to that point where we're saying about you watching Wrestlekingdom and like watching like the I want to see some psychology. Alright, now show me some great wrestling. This sort of thing, you're right, show me Dixie gone. Show me Jeff Jarrett coming back.
Ectoplasm.
I was about to say, I was thinking the terminology for this. AROJ. Arog.
No, tell me what. Give me a reason why it's negative. I didn't think it was a negative. Oh, because Jamie Borash said she's the best boss ever.
Jamie Borash, who was death on a trans family.
We discussed that in the last one.
We discussed it in the first one.
Was it the first one?
Yes.
There you go. If you want our opinion on Jamie Borash, go back to the first episode.
And if it's not on that one, listen to episode 2. And if it's not on that one, listen to episode 3.
Yeah, it's definitely not on episode 4.
Get our listens up.
It's definitely not on episode 4, we know that.
Maybe we may have covered it again because we wanted to.
It wasn't on episode 4. I don't think.
For all you know, it was Bunkle.
Yes.
Watch as I wink.
Yes.
Now watch as now as I nod and stamp your foot, you say hello. Hello, Mr. Thompson.
Hello. Well, no, I think, to be fair, provided they get a TV deal, well, I'm not suggesting over here, but provided they get a better TV deal.
Yeah.
So, I read some, I can't remember if I read somewhere or heard it somewhere that they were possibly going to Hulu. Which, but I seem to remember reading it somewhere, which would be quite interesting because that would be a coup for them. Really, I think that would help them a lot.
Yeah, probably make more revenue off it. We'll go on now.
Well, yeah,
you can get Raw and you can get all sorts of people, like Family Guy and all the mainstream stuff.
Yeah.
That night after it airs, you can get it on.
Right. So I think that'd be quite good for them. In terms of actual talent that they've got, Jeff Jarrett coming back is only going to be a positive, though I don't think he ever drawn a dime, or at least maybe not so much. I don't think he ever did. I know a lot of people in the wrestling business don't think he ever did. But, you know, at the end of the day, does Jeff Jarrett still have name value? Yes. I'm pretty sure he'll still be able to go in some capacity, but he can't be your main star because you can only go as high as Jeff Jarrett's star will take you, and it's too mediocrity because he is mediocre at best.
Well, unless he books himself and put himself over.
Yeah, but even so, I mean, in terms of Jeff Jarrett's drawing power, in terms of Jeff Jarrett's talent, he is a mediocre talent, and he's now an aging mediocre talent. So again, you can't book him as your transcendent star. You need to create one, which I thought they were doing with Bobby Lashley, but then stopped that train rolling.
So I said about Bobby Lashley and the belt, he had all the house, whatever.
No. I say at one point it seemed like the way they were going. At one point they were pushing Madness when I used to watch it, and he was the champ. But again, they kind of killed that as well, and now I don't think he even wrestles. But the British Invasion, that was a good angle. That was cool.
Magnus was sort of in. You keep off him in GFW.
Right.
But no one seems to know what that is anymore. Is it a company? Is it an entity? Is it a name?
No idea. I say I don't really know much about it.
No one seems to.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even Jarrett's aware anymore what GFW is.
Well,
no.
I'm guessing that they'll do some sort of deal with Tay. No, he's in it. This was originally rumoured anyway.
The problem is, it's like, as Billy Corgan said when he came in, he's like, the first thing we're going to do is rebrand it, get rid of TNA and all that.
Yeah.
So hopefully Jarrett may possibly do the same.
Yeah. Well, somebody needs to, because it's not only been dragged through the mud, it's been dragged through the mud, shit, the sewer, it's been kicked, shot, set on fire, brought back to life, shot again. You know what I mean? It's definitely dead now. Please give up.
It's like Borash, I'm trying to live forever. Borash won't die, let's keep getting revived and thinking that's the coolest boss in the world. No.
Well, let's hope not. The future could be bright. The future could also be the same shit that we're used to.
That's into conflict.
Yeah.
TNA, mate, rest in peace. Fingers crossed. Next one, Paul asks opinions on the Nexus. I'm going to let you answer this. You answered like you watched all 5 seasons or whatever.
Of the Nexus, or?
Oh no, yeah. William says opinions on the Nexus.
So, right, okay. The Nexus could have been awesome, but instead John Cena shot it. That's pretty much sums it up. Basically, the Nexus could have been really, really good, but then they suddenly, for some reason, decided that, oh, well, we don't like them having 7 members.
Yeah.
So we'll fire one of them and not tell anybody why, and not tell anybody that that's happening. So we'll just fire one of them out like he didn't exist. Then we'll have Cena squash them every week. Oh no, sorry, he didn't even do that. He kind of did. And then we'll have the leader of the Nexus go over on John Cena, so John Cena has to join the Nexus, but John Cena can't turn heel because it made this fat man in an Affliction t-shirt cry. So what we now have to do is keep him a face, but inside a heel faction, and he just beats them up every single week. Oh, great, that's really good booking. Not. So, yeah, that was stupid. They had a great thing. They could have turned it into almost like an NWO style thing if they really wanted to. Because I, for one, bought a t-shirt, which I now seriously regret. And will never ever wear outside. But, you know, it's...
I don't know when you really want a Nexus t-shirt.
What?
I think when you wanted a Nexus t-shirt. You're like, oh, it's the coolest thing ever.
It was cool, because it could have been cool. At the very beginning, it was really cool. They came out, they attacked people, they left.
Right.
It could have been the Shield. It could have been the Shield, but they thought, no, we're not doing that, because John Cena doesn't like it, so John Cena's going to shit on everybody again, because he has to go over, and even when he doesn't go over, he's still shit on it in the end.
I was going to say, Nexus or Core, you have to wear one t-shirt.
Oh, wear a Nexus shit every single day over a Core shirt. Dear God. At least there was some semblance of style. That Core shirt was terrible.
But again, were terrible.
Well, that was a stupid idea. Oh, well, it kind of worked that first time, so let's do it a second time, but give them even less chance to get over, and book them also lose.
I'll try again with the new Nexus.
Yeah, no, again, stupid. Just ridiculous. The Nexus, isn't it? It should have come along and stayed the course, and they panicked and they ended it. But I don't know who panicked. The rumours that I've been reading, especially recently, were that John Cena just didn't like it. And Skip Sheffield, Ryback, he said on his podcast that the whole reason they killed it was because John Cena didn't want it out. Because John Cena didn't like the fact that somebody else could have been in the spotlight. So, yeah, that was it.
You get the goal.
I thought they were already dead.
Job complicated.
Should be better. Sorry, I forgot.
No, Casey, put the knife down.
Oh, there we go. That's. I don't know. Do you believe Ryback?
I don't know what to believe in wrestling anymore nowadays. But like I said to you in the last episode, about the wrestlers that they leave, they have a problem with the company. I'm going to speak about it on a podcast.
Yeah.
But then that goes down the whole road of, I'm going to put on your podcast. Now you have to put on mine. We're talking about exactly the same stuff, just slightly differently.
Yeah.
Well, Ric Flair stopped doing his recently.
Oh, did he stop doing it?
Yeah,
Alright. I didn't even know that he started doing it, because I think when I did listen to this thing, like the Steve Austin podcast, he did an episode with Ric Flair that was really interesting. But I don't think I'd Steve be able to listen to Flair really, to be honest.
It sounded like it was Flair and like he produced it, rather than like Flair sitting by himself promoting the Audible and...
Yeah. Podcast what?
I don't think he's on podcast one.
Oh, I don't know. That was just a guess because they were all on podcast.
Yeah. I think they won't let us do my podcast. Maybe Adam Rose.
Well, again, but I don't know. What did you think of the Nexus? Because again, it was an amazing moment when Wade Barrett went over. The
problem was I didn't see much in the Nexus, other than on the odd.
Yeah.
I think I've managed to somehow watch the Barrett Cena match, possibly after as well.
You see, the Barrett Cena match was, if they'd stuck at it, it could have meant so much more than it did. It could have been so good. Because I just remember looking at the crowd, and there's one guy on the front row goes sick, actually jumps up and is getting in people's faces and everything. There's kids crying, there's that fat guy in the stupid Affliction shirt, there's, hugging his wife because John Cena lost. Grown men crying because someone lost a wrestling match, which is fake, people. It's just unbelievable. It was so funny.
We're sorry, but it is.
Oh no, I mean, don't get wrong.
Double's coming. We see you, Tim. I can tell me. Struggle with the door. So you open the door. Close the door.
But no, say it could have been so good because there was a certain element of the wrestling fans that wanted to see it, and it was grateful to see it, and they bottled it, and like I say, if it was Cena, then shame on you.
Uncle Cena, shame on you. Yeah, what are your opinions on the Nexus? Please write in.
Let me know if you think Ryback was bullshit. That's kind of what I want to know. Let me know what you think. Because I partly thinks he was, but then again...
Essentially, the one we got then from his wife was, let us know if you think Ryback was fibbing. It's what you should have said.
Probably. What now?
Right, on to the one... Oh, okay. Two was up the door.
She's back.
She's back. She's going. She said there's the man in the bathroom.
I don't. I'm not getting down.
Doesn't matter, we have it. Next one, the one you really want to cover.
Okay.
Paul asks, remove one from history.
Okay.
Undertaker, The Rock, or Stone Cold Steve Austin. Explain the reasons for and against.
Alright, okay. I'm going to remove The Undertaker. Straight away. I don't think... To be fair, I can make an argument... I can't... The only one that I cannot make an argument to remove is Stone Cold Steve Austin. Because wrestling wouldn't be what it is today without his character. And without somebody taking that character. Now, the reason why I'm choosing The Undertaker is because despite his longevity and despite how he's made that gimmick work, considering it probably wasn't looked upon that favourably when it first came around. Yeah. I don't think there are that many great matches with The Undertaker in it. And I don't think he is a draw. And so I'll explain why. I think the Hell in a Cell match with Mankind is a good match. I cannot name another match off the top of my head that I really enjoyed that he was in. I didn't like... Oh no, sorry, I'll tell you, I can name one. Brock Lesnar in Hell in a Cell. That was alright. But the streak at WrestleMania, take it or leave it. There's one or two good matches in it. The Booger Red character, not really into it. Biker Undertaker, okay, Roland was good, but it was good for a week. And then we all had it on our phones and whatnot anyway, so that kind of lost its pizzazz. Yeah. The Ministry Undertaker was fine, but was again that I don't think without Stone Cold Steve Austin that anybody would have watched.
How about that?
Yeah, but again, that all stems from Vince McMahon and Stone Cold Steve Austin's feud.
Those two over that came to mind and about that figure.
Oh, yeah.
Two.
Yeah. Well, again, I don't think he was ever viewed as the top guy, as the draw. It was always somebody else, and I'm gonna get a lot of heat for that. I really am.
You get heat for anyone you said you should put on for any of the three you picked.
Yeah, but I'm so adamant. Okay, it is. Why I wouldn't take The Rock out is because The Rock has been the guy. He was top of the ladder, and he was a draw. He is a draw. He was that much of a draw that they tried to bring him back on a part-time basis and had him win the title so that he could face John Cena for the title at WrestleMania. And then he was that much of a draw. They did it again the year after. So he has been. Bear in mind, The Undertaker was there at this time, but the draw was still The Rock. The draw was Stone Cold Steve Austin. It wasn't The Undertaker. The Undertaker was always been the secondary character, and that's why I think you could erase him and have somebody who steps into that place. King could have done it. What do you think? Who are you going to go with?
The problem is like most of my most enjoyable moments are the Attitude Era, or one of our favourite eras.
Yeah.
There was golden at times. Near enough all three of them.
Yeah.
But like Rock and Austin more so than Taker. So
you're agreeing with me?
I'm pretty much inclined to agree.
Do you agree for the same reasons?
Yeah, I'd never say I wouldn't like because I can't remember sort of who was the main draw when Austin lost his neck and around that time he was only actually champion.
Yeah.
So it was never the draw.
No. But again, even back then, Bret Hart was your champion.
So like Bret, Sid, Shawn. Well, no, March 7th, so yeah, Sean Brad.
So, where's Wednesday?
Galavant's from that.
Well, he's in the company, but he's not a drawer.
What name was it about?
He's in the company, I'm sure.
Well, I mean, having that feeling that you have to do this.
Yeah. So, he's not a drawer.
Well, it would have been when he faced in Hell of 7 actual match. Personal stuff, that was like when Kane came in, so that would have been really few.
So again, the way I look at it is, he was never the guy. He was too the guy.
Yeah.
So you have to.
Yeah.
And I mean,
even though he didn't mainstay in the street.
Yeah, but the street doesn't matter anymore. It's just an excuse to bury young guys and get paid every year. Like I say, I think you could have. I mean, you could put so many different names into a similar situation, but we wouldn't be where we are without Stone Cold Steve Austin. The Rock has been that transcendent of wrestling. He's the highest paid actor in Hollywood today. He's done something right, and like I said, if you walk, like I remember being a kid and walking around in those days, and you arrive at a Stone Cold Steve Austin fan and Rock fan, you can meet that many people and say, "Oh, actually, no, I'm an Undertaker fan." You get the odd Mick Foley fan, but there was no, "Oh no, Undertaker is the best." I don't know. That's what you think. No, that's what it is.
So as Wrestlekingdom has just been on before,
yep,
and it's a lot different in terms of styles to the US WWE type. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? That's from Darren.
So, yes, it's a good thing to have diversity of styles. Yes, I prefer it. We discussed the style of wrestling I prefer before. But again, as we talked about in at the beginning of the podcast, we talked about the match. I like the silent crowd. I like the fact the crowd's blacked out. I like the focus is on what's happening in the ring, not the stuff on the outside. Yeah, I like it. It's like the WWE. It's all about it's all about the production value. Yes, there's good in-ring action. It's getting better and it's becoming more nuanced and niche to that style. Yeah, to that indie style of wrestling, because there's more and more indie wrestlers doing WWE style. Yeah. But you still have stupid storylines, stupid gimmicks like, oh, let's have this story because these two guys cheat because then Mrs. can't get along, or sex pest storyline. Yeah. So.
It's happening, Katie. It's happening.
And I know these things happen in Japan as well. But as soon as it comes to win the ring, the commentators aren't talking about that. They're not talking about everything that's going on backstage. They're not, hack back to these people who are on the outside or anything like that. They're focused on moves, match, what's happening in the ring, the psychology of the match.
There was one saying that I don't think it was New Japan. It's a Japanese one, big Japanese. It might be old Japan. It's on YouTube. It's like the greatest entrance in wrestling ever. So it's a guy. He's there like rubbing a lamp,
right?
Like a genie's lamp. And he's there. It's like the commentators were mental. He's there like looking a bit menacing, rubs it, throws it in this hole. Smoke comes up out of nowhere, and it's just all like a massive cloud almost. It sort of descends, and Nuke just stood there.
Yeah, nice.
It's like the thing he's got on, you can't see evidently from looking at things. Right. The way he's sort of tiptoeing towards the ring, and like I think it's Tajiri's in the ring, the look on Tajiri's face is brilliant. But again, it's like going back to that thing of like trips and but fully. He's like, oh, just as Mankind, just take it off, and Trips has gone. Completely shit all over it.
Yeah.
It didn't.
Yeah.
Well, that whole match, it was like, got a whole thing with an egg and. There was a proper gimmick storyline, but.
Yeah. I'd say.
It's like they got what they do for almost.
Yeah.
But then this. You have. Japan is like America in a way where you have different stuff. Like you have. America, you have Chikara, which has the lucha, the comedy, the strong style.
Yeah.
Just family entertainment stuff. You've got PWG, which has the strong style stuff. You've got the high flying stuff. You've got the WWE, which has sort of style.
Yeah,
you
it's
got
the
Ring of
WWE
Honor.
style.
Yeah, you got Ring of Honor, which has their style. And you got just Japan, which is kick shit out of each other.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's the majority of it is strong style.
Yeah, it is, but it's again that's.
I think it's. I don't know if it's the way that he's asking it. If it is, would that style translate well to America?
No, I don't think it does. I don't think what I like in wrestling is what a lot of people like. I think it's great for like when you first see it and when you have one-off matches that are proper strong style matches. I think people mark out over it, especially proper wrestling fans, or people who really like technical wrestling, like old school, or even like almost like people who like Chris Benoit, people like that style of technical wrestling, which is a bit more flashy because it's production and pace. What you find nowadays is strong style. It doesn't have to be fast paced. And it's like that, but taken up a notch in terms of the impact and the intensity. The pace is, it's not as, let's run over here, flip to do over here, let's run over here, let's run over here, flip to do, and I'll flip out, and do that. You do maybe one spot, there's a big flip or something like that, which, great, that's fine. That's all I need. Yeah? I don't think it translates well, because I just think it, like we were saying before, if you took that match, that near hour-long match, and you showed that to somebody who's watching nothing but WWE in life, it's too slow. They're not used to ring psychology properly. It's too slow, and like the slow dissection of each body part, like we discussed before, their attention span doesn't last that long, almost. I'm not trying to be insulting. I'm trying to say that it's geared towards a younger audience nowadays, which is why John Cena's so heavily over. Yeah? And they'll say it now, you will hear it. People who are chanting, let's go Cena, children and women, and you can hear it. And people who are chanting Cena sort are men. Yeah? Because that's what we've been trying to aim towards, geared towards PG and stuff like that. And I like my two kids are 10 and 6. I couldn't get them to sit through a wrestling match and explain to them why it's good. But I get them to sit through a 6-minute John Cena match where he throws midgets. Yeah, probably. You know, or even could I get him to sit through, a Kane match where he comes out with the mask on and fire and all that, and it's, over the top. So that's the way I look at
it. It's done well for Japan, New Japan. I think it's got them that high.
Yeah, of course it does. But it's got them out with wrestling fans. With true wrestling fans, so to speak. Rather than what I call couch wrestling fans.
Leaving the SPN.
Oh, aren't they? Oh, right, that's good. Say, more exposure is always better.
Yeah, we covered the TNA thing. So the last topic we got. But, Dad asks, who do you think will be win the WWE UK title? I've got the list of guys here. Apparently removed 5.
They removed 5?
Yeah, put 5 people in the place.
Oh, right, okay.
There's Danny Birch, Mark Andrews, Roy Johnston, Dan Maloney, Joseph Connors, Tyson T-Bone, James Drake, Tyler Bate, Sam Bradwell, Jordan Devlin, Wolfgang Pete Dunn, H.C. Dyer, Trent Seven, and Saxon Huxley.
Right. Well, I know it's on, just quite recently on Facebook, Lionheart was pushing for Wolfgang. So he's I'm guessing giving him his back on, that's his, I don't want to say pick, but his boy. I'm gonna go with Tyson T-Bone. Because that's the guy I've seen.
You've been James Drake.
I have, but not as much. So I'm gonna go with T-Bone because I know we can work, I know we can put on a good match. Just don't let him use a chair. But no, I have to go with the guy that I know, that I've seen, that I know can work, that I know has had good matches. So there you go. There's my pick. Take it what you will.
Out of the one person I've seen Andrews, I've seen T-Bone, I've seen James Drake. There's no one who's really seen more than the other guys. I've seen a few of them once or twice. But,
yeah.
I'm sort of inclined to go for sort of the hometown boy and go James Drake.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. To be fair, if I didn't know any of them, I probably would just go with hometown boy. I would have gone with Gav with him.
Yeah, James Drake.
Yeah. So, but yeah, take it what you will.
Yeah. News right. Oh, Cassius Ohno has come back.
Yeah, he's huge now. Like, well, at least he looks huge in the pictures I've seen.
I think he's hot fat.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's like proper tubby.
He can still go.
That's a good thing. The thing is, the one knocking him last time he was in NXT was that he didn't put the work in to make himself look better. And then he's just gained like 50 pounds or something like that. It looks even worse than just like, he's too good not to sign him.
Yeah, because I was listening to a podcast he interviewed on, I was listening to it last night, and he was saying sort of like it's like 2016 was like my year.
Yeah.
Like I've done away, I've had 5-star matches, like Cody Rhodes, Zack Sabre, Sami Callihan. I faced all these people and stuff, and I'm just like constantly like he's too good to ignore if anything. Like. So
well, I mean
Nakamura, Ohno,
that was good.
So
very good. You see again when we talk about strong style before and whether it get over. Look at Shinsuke Nakamura. He's got it over. But could you sit and watch 5 hours of that? And I don't think the average wrestling fan can either. You know what I mean?
Anything else you want to add?
No, I'm cool. We will eventually get to Heatwave 98. We will one day. I keep promising it, but we will do it. God damn it, Coxy. We will do it.
We'll do it next episode.
Alright, okay. We'll shake hands on the mic.
We'll act like we shook hands on the mic.
Fair enough.
We'll move away from the mic to breathe in.
People might not get that reference. It's a bit old now.
I get it. There's people under the age of like 24 who listen to our show.
You don't know that. You're welcome, man.
See, no one's gonna get that reference.
I get it.
You get it, and that's I don't. Oh, there's nothing worse than a man for yourself. You just a smart mark for yourself.
Someone has to be.
Mark of a hierarchy. Katie's pissing herself off.
Yeah, me! Oh, man.
Just reading text messages.
Cheers. Basically, in relation to our last one of our earlier questions, apparently we should have got rid of Stone Cold. And I've upset two of Katie's friends.
Whoa! What fuckery is this? Right, we'll debate that on the next episode, I think.
I'll see if we can get
Stop heat wave 98.
I'll get him on. Doing it via Skype.
That means I've got to do extra work.
Oh no, well yeah. I'll just make the phone call and I'll listen to mine.
I was going to say, what do you mean? No, yeah.
Well, you could get... Look, I'm the talent, right? I don't do any of that stuff. Booker, producer, everything else is you.
Oh, we've got an update. Tell the audience. You started, so you will finish.
Fair enough. Basically, they're starting to worry about me because I'm a Manchester City fan who prefers Stone Cold Steve Austin to The Undertaker. But it's an obvious choice. They are wrong. I am right. We are right. I'll get them on. They can explain their decision.
You make the call.
Yeah, right.
You book. There you go. Handing you the reins.
Fine, I'll book the next show.
Passing you the mug.
I'm booking it.
You're booking it?
Yeah, fine, I'll book it for the next show. You'll have to give me a date. February the 6th. You don't have to leave that on there, by the way.
Which part? All of it?
February the 6th, but any of it. You made the decision, but you best not put February the 6th. People expect it, and then we won't do it.
I'll just go February B.
Fair
Yeah. Well, for the last start of Shut Up, get rid of your smile. Can't you get the gun? Aim for this area. You said you only want one kid. You said you only want one kid, not two.
I can do without his face. Think of it.
I'll just save your life. Damn it, why didn't I have a t-shirt for that? Doing a Conner moment. Put this on. I'll just save your life. And for the hot start of wrestling, I'm going to go.
T-Bait!
How big's that hole in the car? Is it big enough for his ego?
No.
Well, he's been Bunkle.
The talent.
The man of 1,000 gimmicks.
You're welcome.
The baddest man. The baddest man. In podcast wrestling. He's also Billy the Boy. Signed, sealed, delivered. The mailman. Soon to be deceased. Going down faster than TNA.
Hey, we're on the wall.
Shenanigans, mate. I've been Coxy. You've been Bunkle. This has been the Lost Art of Wrestling.
Okay, babe.
I'm putting that out.
You've been listening.
That's my line! Absolute bell end. Thank you very much.